One moment, this man was drinking his sorrows away at a bar over a breakup. The next, he was happily with a goddess, working out together. He even obtained a tycoon system that increased his money every second. It all started just a moment ago. Jiang Cheng's phone was buzzing. The ringing woke him, and he slowly opened his eyes. But the next second, he shot right up, exclaiming, "Holy crap, how did I end up in a hotel bed?" Looking as if he had just had a deep exchange with a strange beauty. Seeing the name Zhao Jia in the message, he clearly remembered. She dumped me not long after we started our freshman year of college. But now, the message said, "Why haven't you said anything for so long? You've gotten bold, haven't you? You're not even scared when I get mad anymore." What on earth was going on? Her WeChat, which had clearly blocked me, was now sending me messages. How could she be messaging me with the tone of someone we're still dating? But when he saw the date on his phone, he realized he had been reborn. At this moment, he recalled Zhao Jia's smug face from back then. "Jiang Cheng, you're always so slow to send red envelopes. The emotional value is too low. You don't understand me at all. You don't truly love me. I found someone who understands me better and loves me more now." He used to swear he would be with her forever, loving and cherishing her. But in the end, reality slapped him hard in the face. And, given her usual tricks, the next step would naturally be to find an excuse to ask for a red envelope. Seeing what she said next, Jiang Cheng chuckled. Sure enough, it was the same old formula, the same old flavor. To think that my past self was so blinded by love, so utterly shameless. Since he'd made a decision, there was no time like the present. Thinking this, Jiang Cheng directly sent a message. "Zhao Jia, let's break up." At this moment, he was so regretful he wanted to slap himself a few times. An hour passed in a flash. The manager of the sales office had come over and said respectfully, "Sir, I'm the manager of this agency. Xiao Xia and I have already negotiated the price for you for 5 properties, a total of 5 million. Your commission fee is 1. Please look over these transfer contracts and agreements first." However, Jiang Cheng just picked up a pen and signed and said, "I trust Xiao Xia. I'll contact her again next time I'm buying." Seeing the contract was signed, Xiao Xia thought, "This deal has a 2-point commission. After the agency's cut, I can get 40 to 50,000 myself. The key is he's buying again next time. What kind of tycoon is he?" The moment Jiang Cheng completed the transaction, the system suddenly sent 5 notifications. Looking at the panel, the smallest was a critical hit reward of 35 million. There were even 3 50 million, 50 times rewards. Damn, I was only thinking of a 10 times critical hit. It seems I was too naive. Luckily, I insisted on the price of 1 million per unit just now. Otherwise, I would have lost out big time. Then, the system prompted again, "Congratulations, host, for leveling up. For every second the host exists in the world, you will receive 0.8 yuan. Name, Jiang Cheng. Age, 18. Height, 182 cm. Attractiveness, 85. Level, 6. System reserve fund, 4,890 yuan, can be withdrawn at any time. Money increases by 0.8 yuan per second." Seeing this, Jiang Cheng was so shocked his jaw dropped. He thought, maybe this Xiao Xia is my lucky star. Spending 5 million through her got me a critical hit of 230 million, and I also get 70,000 yuan a day. This life with a cheat system feels so different from my last one. In that case, I'm going to be rich and willful for once. Meanwhile, the manager suddenly called out, "Xiao Xia, come here for a moment." After she went over, he whispered, "Xiao Xia, Mr. Zhang's deal for 5 properties has earned you a commission. Tonight, you treat Mr. Zhang to a meal and accompany him well to build a good relationship." At this moment, images started flashing in Xiao Xia's mind. Her face turned bright red, and she was struggling immensely inside. Then, she said flusteredly, "Mr. Jiang, maybe not today. Let's wait until we know each other a little better." But Jiang Cheng was puzzled. "What are you talking about? I don't quite understand. Give me your bank account number. I'm transferring you some money." But Xiao Xia was stunned and asked, "A transfer? What transfer? Why are you transferring money to me?" Hearing this, Jiang Cheng explained, "You're my lucky star today. I must thank you, and I hope to see you again in the future." But Xiao Xia didn't understand Jiang Cheng's words at all. A few minutes later, Xiao Xia saw the message on her phone. It was 350,000. But Jiang Cheng didn't feel the pinch at all because he knew in his heart, Xiao Xia's deal got me a critical hit of over 200 million. Giving her 350,000 to build some goodwill is perfectly fine. The next second, Xiao Xia took out her contact information and said, "Mr. Jiang, let's add each other on WeChat. I'll treat you to a meal. I need to thank you too." Looking at the number above her head, Jiang Cheng thought, 350,000 can raise her friendliness value from 50 to 85 just like that. The power of money is really useful. Seeing this value change is so satisfying. Then, the two added each other on WeChat. At this moment, Xiao Xia looked at Jiang Cheng, her face slightly flushed. She thought, I'm only just realizing that Mr. Jiang is actually quite handsome. And she also vaguely thought of the working out scene for tonight, that if he really wants to do that tonight. Although it's a bit fast, it's not impossible. But before she could finish her thought, Jiang Cheng had already walked to the door and said, Xiao Xia, thanks for your hard work today. I'm heading back. See you next time. Seeing this, Xiao Xia hurriedly chased after him, calling Mr. Jiang, but Jiang Cheng was already in the car, ready to leave. This is Aminyanjian, a famous luxury hotel in Shanghai. The hotel even offers a service where a beautiful woman helps you scrub your back. It all started just a moment ago. 20 minutes passed in a flash, and Jiang Cheng was already back home. As soon as he entered, he heard his mother say with a smile, "You're back just in time. Here, son, your favorite chilled watermelon." Then, his father asked, "Where did you go wandering off to again? Weren't you going on a graduation trip? Have you decided where to go?" Hearing this, Jiang Cheng said, "I want to go to Shanghai. I'm thinking of applying to Shanghai University, so I want to go check out the environment first." Hearing that Jiang Cheng had a plan, his father didn't ask any more questions. He then said, "You can decide on this yourself. Have your mom transfer you the travel money, and you can manage it as you see fit." Hearing this, his mother said with a laugh, "Honey, this hands-off, money-only approach of yours will spoil our son. Don't raise him to be a daddy's boy or a mama's boy, or he'll have trouble finding a daughter-in-law." Hearing his mother's words, Jiang Cheng looked embarrassed at, "Oh, Mom, don't bring up sore subjects." At this moment, he thought, the me now is not the naive and innocent Jiang Cheng from my past life. In this life, I will definitely not let you down by failing to find a good daughter-in-law. The next day, Jiang Cheng regretted it as soon as he got on the plane that I should have booked earlier. Buying it last minute last night, I could only get an economy class seat. At my height, this is really cramped. He wasn't paying attention while checking his ticket and bumped into the girl in front of him. Jiang Cheng quickly said, "Sorry, my apologies." When the girl turned around, he realized it was his former classmate, Zhou Ying. The girl also recognized him. "Aren't you Jiang Cheng? I'm sitting here too. What a coincidence." But just as the two were about to catch up, suddenly a pockmarked man walked over and said, "My beautiful lady, my seat is also here. It's my honor to be traveling with you." Seeing this, Jiang Cheng directly told Zhou Ying, "You take the inner seat." Seeing his action, the pockmarked man's face turned cold, and he said, "Brother, this seat should belong to the beautiful lady, right? You're not allowed to just switch seats on the plane." Hearing this, Jiang Cheng looked at him with a dry laugh and said, "I'm with her. Why? Do we need to report to you how we want to sit?" But pockmarked bro didn't give up. He continued to ask Zhou Ying, "Beauty, what are you going to Shanghai for?" However, Zhou Ying just replied politely, "For work, I guess." Then she turned to Jiang Cheng and asked, "What about you? Are you going for a trip?" "Yeah, I was bored at home and decided to go out for a bit." But at this moment, Pakmar Bro went into full social butterfly mode, talking to himself that, "I repeated a year and just graduated, so I'm also traveling to Shanghai. My name is Qian Shun. It's a pleasure to meet you, Beauty." Beauty, I have to remind you, there are a lot of tourist traps in Shanghai. I've been there a few times, and the hotels in particular are a total disaster zone. But the hotel I'm staying at is very nice. My dad arranged it, and they're even picking me up from the airport. Where are you two staying? How about I have them give you a ride later? Otherwise, taking a taxi from the airport is very expensive. At this point, Zhou Ying had already turned to look out the window, clearly not wanting to talk to him. But Jiang Cheng replied, "No need. The room I booked also has an airport pickup service. She's with me, so we won't trouble you." Hearing him say that, pockmarked bro questioned Jiang Cheng, "For real? Which hotel did you book?" However, Jiang Cheng just calmly said 4 words, Aminyanjian. Hearing this name, pockmarked bro exclaimed, "What? You said Aminyanjian? The one that cost 3.3 billion, integrated the ancient town of Shijiang Village, and houses numerous thousand-year-old relics? The top luxury hotel, Aminyanjian? But I've stayed there before. The Ming Pavilion rooms, which are over 9,000 night, don't have an airport pickup service." Hearing this, Jiang Cheng said with his eyes closed, "Then I wouldn't know. I booked a courtyard villa." At this, Zhou Ying, who had been listening to their conversation, looked at Jiang Cheng and said, "The courtyard villa that's 80,000 a night?" Jiang Cheng, I never thought you were a rich second-generation kid. But Jiang Cheng just chuckled and said, don't say that, as if you aren't one yourself. He said this because he knew that Zhou Ying was not only our school's belle, but also a well-known rich second-generation kid in the city. She used to be chauffeured to school in her family's Bentley and Rolls-Royce. The favored daughter of heaven, Zhou Ying, was the kind of girl who made boys feel insecure just by looking into her eyes. Almost no one dared to pursue her, and Zhou Ying was never arrogant. She just studied quietly by herself. My mind used to be completely focused on Zhao Jia, so I didn't pay much attention to Zhou Ying. I heard something happened to her family in our second year of high school, and she started walking to school after that. Then, Zhou Ying said awkwardly, I can't be considered a rich kid anymore. Seeing this, Jiang Cheng thought, oops, I said the wrong thing. Better change the subject quickly. So he started chatting with her about interesting things from their school days. Seeing Zhou Ying gradually start to smile happily, Jiang Cheng was finally relieved. Finally resolved the awkwardness. Let me check Zhou Ying's friendliness value. Name, Zhou Ying. Age, 18. Height, 172 cm. Attractiveness, 96. Figure, 96. Privacy, 0. Friendliness, 75. Looking at the panel, Jiang Cheng marveled. Her friendliness value is actually 75. A normal classmate would only be around 65, but Zhou Ying's is this high. Could it be that Zhou Ying has been paying attention to me? In the blink of an eye, the two had walked out of the airport. As soon as they were outside, Jiang Cheng waved to the person picking him up and said, hello, I'm Jiang Cheng. At that moment, a beautiful woman holding a name sign said, hello, Mr. Jiang. My name is Wang Yuyin, and I am the private butler for the courtyard villa you booked. Seeing her, Jiang Cheng marveled, as expected of Aminyanjian, so professional. He then turned and said, by the way, Zhou Ying, where are you staying? At a friend's place in Pudong. It's not on the way to Aminyanjian. Jiang Cheng, don't worry about me. I'll take a taxi myself. But Jiang Cheng insisted, get in the car, Zhou Ying. We're old classmates. No need to be so polite. Manager Wang, please take my classmate to Pudong first. Meanwhile, Pockmarked Bro was still tailing them from behind and saw this scene. Did I ask this for real? Oh, great beauty. Don't get tricked into a car and drugged by this show-off. No, I have to find a way to protect and rescue the beauty. Maybe tonight, she'll pledge her life to me in gratitude. After arriving, Zhou Ying got out of the car and said hurriedly, Jiang Cheng, I was really happy to run into you. Let's add each other on WeChat, and I'll treat you to a meal when I have time. Okay, you said it. You better remember and not forget. Pockmarked Bro saw this outcome and was at a loss. He just let the beauty go like that? Isn't my romantic night of encountering a beauty ruined now? In a flash, Jiang Cheng arrived at the hotel he had booked. Not bad, not bad. The decision to stay at Aminyanjian was absolutely correct. Not long after entering the room, Jiang Cheng heard Wang Yian say from behind him, Mr. Jiang, the bathtub is filled. You can take your bath now. Seeing her reach out to help him, Jiang Cheng exclaimed, you have this kind of service too? However, Wang Yian told him, helping you undress is included in the service, but you'll still have to change your own underwear. After he got into the pool, Wang Yian was still standing by his side. She then put on a bath mitt and said, scrubbing your back is also part of the service. However, it doesn't include washing your body, Mr. Jiang. Soaking the hot spring, Jiang Cheng sighed. This is so comfortable. At this moment, he thought, this Wang Yuyin is actually quite nice when you look closely. It would be great if there were some special services. As he thought, images began to form in his mind. But just as Jiang Cheng was lost in his fantasy, Wang Yuyin suddenly spoke, Mr. Jiang, your body is very hot. Is the water temperature not right? Hearing this, Jiang Cheng's face turned a little red. He mocked himself internally. What the hell am I thinking? This man bid $18 million for a famous watch at his first auction. He even took down a criminal at a cocktail party, saving everyone. It all started just a moment ago. Wang Yiyin was scrubbing his back and said, Mr. Jiang, our hotel, Mon, is hosting a cocktail party tonight. As a super VIP of our hotel, you have an invitation. If you're interested, you can go and have some fun. The main theme of the party is an auction of some valuable jewelry and accessories. Hearing this, Jiang Cheng asked, is there a dress code if I go? Then, Wang Yiyin replied, it's an internal party, a casual auction event. There are no requirements. In a flash, Wang Yiyin had already brought Jiang Cheng to the party venue. She then said to a waiter, this is our titanium card VIP from the courtyard villa, Mr. Jiang Cheng. After giving the instructions, she bid farewell to Jiang Cheng. Mr. Jiang, I hope you have a pleasant time. At this moment, the host at the party was shouting, 5 million going once, 5 million going twice, 5 million sold. Congratulations to this lady. Seeing this, Jiang Chung thought, the auction has already started. Sounds pretty lively. The host then said, next up for auction is this piece, provided by top watch collector Ms. and the Richard Mill RM056. Although it's a relatively young brand, after more than a decade of development, it has become a top watch brand comparable to Patek Philippe. This model is a global limited edition, with only 10 in existence. The starting bid is 15 million, with each increment no less than 500,000. Now let the bidding begin. Looking at the watch, Jiang Chung was surprised that it's only 15 million now. In another 3 to 5 years, its price on the secondary market will be driven up to over 25 million. If I don't pick up this 10 million yuan bargain, would there be any justice in the world? Thinking this, Jiang Chung immediately raised his paddle to bid. The host then said, number 35, 15.5 million. Are there any other bids? Number 8, 16 million. Number 35, 16.5 million. Number 8, 17 million. Number 35, 18 million. Seeing the two bidding, everyone in the audience exclaimed, holy crap, who is this number 35? So aggressive. Are they out of their minds? 18 million for this thing? Wouldn't it be better to buy 2 Patek Philippe's to wear on rotation? Seeing that number 8 was no longer raising his paddle, the host continued, 18 million going once, 18 million going twice, 18 million sold. Congratulations to Mr. Number 35 for successfully winning the bid. At the same time, 2 rich second-generation kid from Shanghai walked over and said, hey buddy, let's get to know each other. My name is Qin Fun, and this is my buddy, Wang Zheng. Seeing them, Jiang Chung responded politely, hello, I'm Jiang Chung. At this moment, he thought, so it's Shanghai's number 1 rich second-generation kid. Why is he here too? Then he heard Qin Fun say, actually, number 8 was bidding for me just now. I feel like you really like that watch, brother Jiang. Do you have an interest in famous watches? Hearing this, Jiang Chung replied, I wouldn't say I'm an expert or that I particularly like them. I've never bought one before. This is my first time, just for the novelty of it. Hearing Jiang Cheng's words, Qin Fun burst out laughing. Awesome, awesome. Buying an 18 million yuan watch on your first try. Logically, I should have seen a character like you before. How come you look a bit unfamiliar? Jiang Chung then told him, I just arrived in Shanghai yesterday. I'm preparing to start university here. So you're only 18? That's even more impressive. When I was 18, I didn't have the guts to pull something like this. At this moment, Qin Fun's first impression of Jiang Chung was very positive. He even put his arm around him and said, Brother Jiang, let's hang out together when you're free. Just as they left, the system sent a notification. Congratulations, host, for leveling up. For every second the host exists in the world, you will receive 1 yuan. Name, Jiang Chung. Age, 18. Height, 185. Attractiveness, 85. Level, 7. System reserve fund, 367,280 yuan, can be withdrawn at any time. Looking at the panel, Jiang Chung marveled. After leveling up, my monthly income has become 2.59 million. That's an annual salary of over 30 million. To an ordinary person, this might be a lot. But to achieve my goals, this is not even enough to fill the gaps between my teeth. But just then, Jiang Chung suddenly saw a familiar face. Yu Xiao Xiao. Seeing Jiang Chung, Yu Xiao Xiao was also a little surprised and said, you're the guy from that night. But before she could finish, Jiang Chung leaned in and said, that's right. Having a beauty by my side and getting paid for it, that was truly a wonderful night. Hearing this, Yu Xiao Xiao pulled him closer and chuckled. You little brat, I thought you were only 18. I took care of you because I thought you were a poor student. I never expected you to be a rich second-generation kid. However, Jiang Chung didn't back down and pulled her into his arms. I am a student. And now I want you to take care of me again. How about it? The auction is almost over. I've booked a courtyard villa here. Let's go together. Seeing Jiang Chung being so direct, Yu Xiao Xiao didn't act coy and said, all right, I've had enough to drink anyway. You'll have to work harder than last time, though. But just as the two were about to have a deep exchange, a voice suddenly rang out. Why, Yu Xiao Xiao? You stop right there? What do you think you're doing? This person was Zhang Yu, Yu Xiao Xiao's ex-fiancée. Seeing him, Yu Xiao Xiao said sharply, Zhang Yu, what are you doing here again? What I do now is none of your damn business. But Zhang Yu grabbed her hand and said, don't forget, we're supposed to get married. Hearing this, Yu Xiao Xiao was speechless and cursed. Are you shameless? You're fooling around with my best friend and still want to get married? Is there something wrong with your brain? But Zhang Yu just sneered and said, don't give me that useless talk. The engagement banquet has already been held. Since we're engaged, you have to obediently marry me. Seeing him being relentless, Yu Xiao didn't hold back. She directly exposed him. Stop being disgusting. You don't even like me. You're just clinging to me as a cover so you can go out and meet your male and female hookups, right? However, while the two were arguing, Jiang Cheng received a notification from the system. Host, you now face two choices. 1. Leave on your own. You will receive 1 Ninja Turtle cosplay costume and 250 yuan in cash. 2. Go up and give Zhang Yu 2 slaps. You will receive a 3x enhancement of your physical attributes and 1 bad luck card. Looking at the panel, Jiang Cheng thought, System, are you kidding me? Do I look like the kind of person who would be a cuckold? System, I only have one question. Does the so-called 3x enhancement of physical attributes include that aspect? The system then replied, it includes strength, speed, constitution, eyesight, hearing, recovery ability, and resistance to damage. It covers all aspects of the body. Hearing this explanation, Jiang Cheng said directly, well, that settles it. There's no need to even consider. The next second, he slapped him across the face and cursed, I hate effeminate men the most in my life. You're corrupting the country's moral fiber. Seeing him being so manly, Yu Xiao's favorability towards him increased by another 10 points. In contrast, Zhang Yu was shouting, security, security, where is everyone? Someone's hitting me. Help! But then, a few security guards ran over and took Zhang Yu away. As they walked, they tried to persuade him, sir, if it's not a big deal, just let it go. Their net worth might be in the tens of millions. But this Mr. Zhang's net worth is definitely over 100 million and maybe even more. Seeing that he was just a small fry here, President Huang turned and said, Xiao Wan, stop looking. I'm suddenly not in the mood to buy a car anymore. Let's go. You can accompany me for a drink. As long as you make me happy, the investment is not a problem. However, Su Wan still insisted, President Huang, I really have to go back to the company for a meeting later. Seeing that she still wasn't getting the hint, President Huang dropped the act. He turned to leave and warned her, Su Wan, I'm talking to you nicely, and you're still wasting my time here. I'm telling you, either you clean yourself up and wait for me, or you wait to be shelved. Stop pretending. You know your own status, yet you act all high and mighty. Think about it yourself. But just as President Huang left, Su Wan heard someone call out, Miss Su. Turning around, she saw it was Jiang Cheng calling her. Miss Su Wan, my name is Jiang Cheng. I heard just now that your deal with your investor fell through. But don't worry, if he won't invest, I will. Hearing this, Su Wan exclaimed, are you serious about investing? Because at this moment, she knew very well that the man in front of her was much more financially capable than President Huang. Now that President Huang isn't investing, it'll be hard for me to explain back at the company. But I really can't bring myself to sleep with President Huang. And after rejecting him this time, I might really be shelved by the company. However, Jiang Cheng told her, but I have something else to do today. Let's talk about the specific details of the investment tomorrow. Seeing that he didn't seem to be joking, Su Wan was overjoyed and said, all right, Mr. Jiang, I'll wait for your message. Is it convenient to add you on WeChat? Okay, Mr. Jiang, see you tomorrow then. Seeing Su Wan leave, Jiang Cheng asked the manager, by the way, what's the soonest I can pick up this car? But the man told him it would take at least a year. Knowing that Jiang Cheng was in a hurry, Qinfen pulled him aside and said, brother, there's a car show on the bund in 2 days. They'll have all sorts of brands like Lamborghini and Porsche. You can pick up a car on the spot. Do you want to go check it out together? The scene changes, and Jiang Cheng has arrived at Renault restaurant. As soon as he entered, he saw Yu Xiao waving her hand. Jiang Cheng, over here, over here. The crab roe mixed rice here is their specialty. You have to try it. And this stir-fried fish fillet and wine sauce, scallion roasted duck slices, fish head, baby bok choy, and shredded bean curd sheets. But Jiang Cheng just hugged her and said, I only want to eat you. Hearing this, Yu Xiao's face flushed slightly. All right, my dear boy. You wore me out last night. Just let me rest for a few more hours. Hearing her say that, Jiang Cheng said, that's not impossible, but you have to call me by a nicer name. The next second, Yu Xiao whispered in Jiang Cheng's ear, hubby. Seeing this, Jiang Cheng praised, I like that. Then I'll let you rest a little longer. After sitting down, Jiang Cheng asked Yu Xiao, do you know Su Wan? Hearing Yu Xiao say that Su Wan was an artist at their company, Jiang Cheng told her about their chance encounter while buying a car. After listening, Yu Xiao asked Jiang Cheng, you like Su Wan, don't you? I wouldn't say I like her. It was just a chance encounter. What do you think of her potential? Although the company doesn't value her enough right now, she has good conditions and development potential. As she said this, Yu Xiaoxiao suddenly looked at Jiang Cheng. If you like her, I can help you. As for me, you can find me whenever you need. I won't have any objections about other things. Seeing how understanding she was, Jiang Cheng patted her head and said, "Silly girl. Don't worry whether it's you or someone else. As long as you're my woman, I will treat you all well, understand?" Then, Yu Xiaoxiao asked Jiang Cheng, "Are you going to invest in her now? Suwan's contract hasn't expired yet. If you want to sign her, you might have to help her pay the breach of contract penalty, which could be several million. And if you want to sign her, you'll have to set up a company." Hearing this, Jiang Cheng told her, "Don't worry about the funds. Once the company is established, I'll leave it to you to operate. I won't meddle in anything else. And I can also give you some shares." He said this because Jiang Cheng knew in his heart that the system would provide the funds to establish the company. As long as Suwan was given the right resources, she would become a big star in 2 years. At that time, she would bring him a considerable operating profit. However, Yu Xiaoxiao quickly said, "Jiang Cheng, that's not right. Even if the company is established, I'll only be responsible for operations and management. I absolutely cannot take any shares. At most, you could just give me a high salary." At this moment, Yu Xiaoxiao thought, although I know Jiang Cheng is not short of money, by managing his company, I've been promoted from a department manager to a company manager. My level of influence is on a completely different level. I'm already very satisfied with just that. As for the salary, I believe he won't give me less than what I earned before. Seeing her say this, Jiang Cheng said, "Xiao, you're really too silly. There's no need for us to be so distant." But at this moment, Yu Xiaoxiao suddenly touched Jiang Cheng's face. Then, with tears in her eyes, she said, "Jiang Cheng, before I met you, my life was meaningless. Every day I woke up, I was being forced into marriage. It was you who let me feel the joy of liking someone. Only with you do I feel like a living person. Really, I'm already very satisfied." As soon as her voice fell, a ding-dong sound came from Jiang Cheng's phone. It was a message from Su Wan. Although it's very presumptuous, I still want to confirm with Mr. Jiang again. Where and what time are we meeting tomorrow? Seeing this, Jiang Cheng thought, looks like Dewan Wan is very anxious. Signed. Jiang Cheng successfully signed Dewan Wan as his artist. But while the two were shopping at a mall, they ran into a green tea bitch. It all started just a moment ago. Seeing Jiang Cheng come and pick her up, Su Wan said, "Good afternoon, Mr. Jiang. Where are we going next?" Hearing this, Jiang Cheng told her, "Park Hyatt Hotel, Lujiazui." After arriving, the two found a spot to eat and chat. "The drama you were preparing to film before, was it a big investment?" Hearing Jiang Cheng's words, Suwan said, "Boss Jiang, you must be joking. How could a big investment cast me as the female lead? It's a small web drama with a small investment. The company planned for 5 million. Hearing this number, Jiang Cheng instantly lost some interest. What kind of quality drama can you shoot with 5 million? Seeing that he was a bit displeased, Suwan quickly took out the script and explained, "Small productions have low costs and quick returns. Not only will it not lose money, but the key is that the plot is good. I think this drama has a lot of potential. Boss, why don't you take a look at the script first?" But Jiang Cheng directly told her, "No need, I'm only in charge of investing." Seeing Su Wan's stunned expression, Jiang Cheng added, "If you're not at ease, I can transfer the investment amount to you now." Seeing Jiang Cheng really hand over his phone, Suwan quickly waved her hands and said, "That's not what I meant. I was just a little surprised. This is only our second time meeting." At this moment, she thought, in all my years in the industry, I've never seen an investor like this. Not just never seen, I've never even heard of one. However, Jiang Cheng then told Suwan, "I have one condition. That is, you have to come to my company and be my artist." Hearing this, Suwan exclaimed, "You want to sign me? But I'm just a semi-new, lukewarm actress. And my contract hasn't expired yet, you know that, right? To sign me, you'll have to pay my breach of contract penalty." After hearing Jiang Cheng say, "That's not a problem," I know, Suwan could hardly believe what was happening, because she knew she wasn't a naive little girl. No one in the world would promote you for no reason. I naturally understand this principle. Although Mr. Jiang is particularly handsome, it's not like I'm losing out much. Agreeing to him is like sleeping with a young hottie and having him promote me. Isn't that killing 2 birds with 1 stone? But she then stopped this thought. She quickly told herself, No, Suwan. You can't break your principles. Otherwise, what would these years of persistence count for? Thinking this, Suwan asked, "Mr. Jiang, do you have an entertainment company?" However, Jiang Cheng told her, "Not at the moment. But if you agree, there will be one soon." I heard from Xiao Xiao that you're not valued at Tianyu Entertainment. Don't worry, if I sign you, I'll take care of the breach of contract penalty. In addition, for the next few years, the company's focus will be on you. Seeing that Jiang Cheng was serious, Suwon didn't hide anything anymore. Boss, do you have any special requirement for your investment? Hearing her words, Jiang Cheng knew very well what she meant. But seeing that her friendliness value was only 50, Jiang Cheng thought, this is just a stranger relationship with me. If I really make that kind of request, she definitely won't accept. Even if she does, it would be forced and there would be no fun in it. After thinking, Jiang Cheng replied to her, don't worry, as long as you're an artist in my company, I won't ask you to have any unsavory contact with other people. But what Jiang Cheng was thinking was, except for the boss. At this moment, Suwon could hardly believe her ears. Her favorability also rose directly to 60. She knew very well that in this day and age, to find a management company like this that had no requirements and would just throw money at you to promote you, what was there to hesitate about? She then directly asked, Mr. Jiang, when are you planning to sign me? Can I start calling you Boss Jiang from now on? Seeing that the matter was settled, Jiang Cheng said, calling me boss is so distant. Why not call me Gidge, older brother? Hearing this, Suwon asked, Gidge, how old are you? Hearing Jiang Cheng say he was 20, Suwon was puzzled. Are you that old? Didn't you say you were just about to start university? By that calculation, you should be 18, not 20. But the next second, Jiang Cheng looked at her with a playful expression. Oh, you were talking about age? I thought you meant something else. This remark made Suwon blush instantly. She thought, boss, you little rascal. After a while, once the dishes were served, Suwon said, boss, this meal is on me. I'm really grateful that you're helping me so much. Hearing this, Jiang Cheng said, if you want to thank me, then just act well in the future. Becoming a huge star is the biggest return on my investment. At the same time, the system also sent a notification. Congratulations, host, for obtaining Suwon's intention to sign. The reward is being distributed. Mission reward, 20 shares of the virtual currency company, Hengqin Investment. Special reminder, the host can go to the Hengqin Company headquarters to complete an inspection and will receive a special reward. Seeing the panel, Jiang Cheng marveled, the system is so thoughtful. This way, I can explain the reason for my sudden wealth to everyone. This reward is arguably the most valuable one so far. I should sync the information to my parents. Let them digest the fact that their child suddenly became rich in advance. It'll save me a lot of explaining when I get home. As soon as he finished speaking, his dad called. You kid, your investment is not bad. Hengqin Investment has grown into a big company in such a short time. You must have made a fortune, right? Hearing this, Jiang Cheng told his dad, the monthly dividend is probably only about 600,000. But I didn't expect this myself. Hearing Jiang Cheng's words, his mom exclaimed, 600,000? That's an annual income of over 7 million. Old Jiang, your son is about to surpass you. Hearing his dad say, this brat just got lucky, his mom teased from the side, stop being stubborn. Weren't you the one just now bragging to your friends about how promising your son is? Then Jiang Cheng asked, by the way, Mom, Dad, are there any gifts you want? I'll bring them back for you. But his parents said, it doesn't matter, your thought is enough. Remember, don't get arrogant or impatient. This is just the beginning. Don't get carried away, understand? After hanging up the phone, Jiang Cheng looked at Suwon and said, it's still early. Why don't you accompany me for a walk? Hearing this, Suwon smiled and said, sure, sugar daddy, where do you want to go? The shopping mall. I didn't bring much with me when I came. If you're full, let's go. In a flash, the two arrived at the Patek Philippe Maison. As soon as they entered, they saw a prominent advertisement. You never actually own a Patek Philippe. You merely look after it for the next generation. After arriving, Suwon marveled in her heart. I thought we were going to a place where things cost tens of thousands. Turns out it's a store where items start at 200,000. Is this what rich people mean by just browsing? Then, a salesperson came up and said, hello, sir, please come in. As soon as she entered, Suwon saw a familiar face. Senior Lin Ru, what a coincidence to meet you here. Seeing it was Suwon, Lin Ru asked her, are you here to look at watches too? But just as Suwon was about to reply, I'm accompanying a boss, she suddenly remembered that it might be a bit early to call him boss. She then changed her words, I'm here with a friend to look at watches. Seeing Jiang Cheng, Lin Ru thought, he's a handsome young man. But there are plenty of handsome guys in the industry. A face isn't the most important thing. Whether you have wealth and how much you're worth, that's what matters. At the same time, the old geezer next to her saw Su Wan and felt a stir in his heart. Who is this beauty? The entertainment industry is truly full of talent. At this moment, the system also sent Lin Ru's information panel. Name, Lin Ru. Age, 27. Height, 165 centimeters. Attractiveness, 90. Figure, 88. Privacy, 78. Friendliness, 20. Stranger. Seeing that number, Jiang Cheng was a bit stunned. The popular star Lin Ru, my goodness. It seems the big brother next to her has 77 comrades. Truly impressive. Then, the boss next to Lin Ru asked anxiously, Ruer, who is this junior of yours? Hearing this, Lin Ru told him, Brother Wang, that person played my handmaiden in that historical drama before. Her name seems to be something Wang. Then, old Wang handed Su Wan a business card. My name is Wang Hai. I specialize in film investment. If you want to act in the future, you can contact me. Seeing this, Lin Ru just sneered her heart, because in her mind, Su Wan and I are not in the same league at all. When I act, the investment boss brings me to buy watches. Su Wan can probably only help her boss pick out watches, and then has to accompany him to play and sleep afterwards. In contrast, Su Wan was thinking, our industry is just this realistic. If you're not famous, people won't even remember your name. But the day you suddenly become famous, a number of unknown good friends will pop up. But these good friends will only shamelessly tag you on Weibo every day. After all, what they really want is to ride on your coattails. She then said, thank you, then I won't disturb you anymore, and prepared to continue helping Jiang Cheng choose a watch. A moment later, the salesperson asked, Mr. Jiang, do you have any particular target in mind today? However, Jiang Cheng said, I haven't seen anything suitable yet. Which watches do you have in stock? Both men's and women's watches are fine. The salesperson then told him the 7122 series that those two customers are looking at is in stock. The popular models like the Starry Sky are not. They require pre-ordering and waiting in line. The price of the 7122 series women's watch is $380,000. If you buy it now, you can basically get it at the public price. Hearing this price, Jiang Cheng thought, the gift for my mom should be more expensive. You don't need to introduce me to cheap ones like this. At this moment, Lin Ru, who was nearby, clearly heard Jiang Cheng's words. She thought, this is what I got after exercising with Brother Wang for so long, begging and pleading. And you, kid, are calling it cheap. Even Wang Hai couldn't help but marvel. This kid actually said it's cheap. 380,000 is not 38 yuan. How many years would an ordinary person have to work to earn this amount? Meanwhile, Su Wan was on the sofa, pretending to read a magazine. But she was ecstatic inside. She thought, Lin Ru always acts so high and mighty. Jiang Cheng's one sentence broke her defense. It's so interesting. She even had the nerve to imply, I'm a little handmaiden. It's rare to see you being mocked by someone. Seeing Su Wan looking at the magazine seriously, Jiang Cheng asked, do you like this? However, Su Wan said, no, I'm just looking casually. I can't afford it anyway. But the next second, the system suddenly sent a notification. Random mission issued. Gift a women's watch to Su Wan. Mission reward will be calculated based on the final result. Seeing this, Jiang Cheng marveled. This random mission is too random. But I also wanted to give her a gift to solidify our relationship. Jiang Cheng then said directly, if you like it, I'll give it to you. Seeing that he was serious, Su Wan quickly said, no, don't. When I make money in the future, I'll buy it myself. At this moment, Lin Ru, who was nearby, heard their conversation and had a look of contempt on her face. She thought, are that young man and Su Wan putting on a show? Are they deliberately trying to show off? These days, many people look at watches, but very few buy them. If they just look and don't buy later, I'll see how I can humiliate them. A moment later, the salesperson came over with several watches and said, Mr. Jiang, these models are very nice. Let me help you try them on. Wow, sir, this one looks great on you. Then Jiang Cheng turned to ask Su Wan, do you think it looks good? It's okay, but it feels a bit loose. Let me tighten it for you. At this moment, Jiang Cheng smiled slightly as he watched the serious Su Wan. Then he teased her, saying, a little tighter is good. I like it a little tighter. Hearing Jiang Cheng's suggestive words, Su Wan's face instantly turned red. She thought to herself, what he said doesn't seem quite right. He's only 18. Am I overthinking this? We've only been together for half a day, and he has already secretly teased me twice. As she was thinking, Soo-won's friendliness value had already reached 70. Seeing this, Jeong Chung was puzzled. Why did the friendliness value suddenly increase? Indeed, when a woman says no, she means yes. And he told the salesperson, wrap both of these up for me. Hearing Jeong Chung say he wanted both, the salesperson could hardly believe her ears. Even Wang Hai and Lin Ru looked at Jeong Chung with shocked expressions. They thought 2 or 3 million for 2 watches, and he's buying them just like that? Is he really that extravagant? Is this for real? Are the two of them putting on a show to show off? The first time this man took a company artist out, he bought her a watch worth $800,000. But just as the girl invited him upstairs for a glass of water, he left directly. It turned out that just a moment ago, Jeong Chung had told Soo-won, help me choose between these 2 women's watches. He also told her, I'm buying this for my mom. After looking, Soo-won pointed to one watch and said, for an Annie, this one. It's noble and understated. Seeing this, the salesperson hurriedly praised, Miss, you have excellent taste. This watch case is inlaid with 450 sparkling diamonds, totaling 2.5 carats. The price of this watch is $883,000. Then she said to Jeong Chung, Sir, the remaining one you've chosen is more in line with the aesthetic of today's little fairies. The price is also a bit cheaper, only $850,000. Hearing this, Jeong Chung directly asked Soo-won to try it on. After seeing her put it on, Jeong Chung raised his voice and said, looks good. These are all better than that 380,000 won, the 7122. Hearing his words, Lin Ru, who was standing aside, stomped her foot in anger. Then, Jeong Chung told the salesperson, wrap up all 4 of these watches. But just as Soo-won was about to take off the watch, Jeong Chung stopped her and said, you don't have to take that one off. It's a gift for you. As soon as he said it, Soo-won was completely stunned. She hurriedly said, no, this is too expensive. I can't accept it. But Jeong Chung just looked at her and smiled slightly. I heard you, and Zhao Jia broke up. It wasn't because of Zhou-ing, was it? At this moment, she thought to herself, you with the surname Zhou, even if I can't have anything good, I'll make you uncomfortable. Hearing this, Zhou-ing was momentarily stunned. What? Jeong Chung broke up? Wasn't he very good to Zhao Jia before? However, at this moment, Jeong Chung suddenly stood up and pulled Zhou-ing into his arms. Then he replied, my breakup with Zhao Jia has nothing to do with anyone, and that of course includes Zhou-ing. But Zhou-ing is so beautiful. Any man would like her. At the same time, Chung Jiping suddenly got a clear look at Jeong Cheng's watch. Holy crap, Jeong Chung. Your watch is also over $1 million, right? That's too amazing. You come out to buy a car while wearing a whole apartment on your wrist. Back in school, when we asked you to treat us, you'd cry poor. Turns out you were just pretending. Hearing this, Jeong Chung shrugged and said, well, we've graduated now, haven't we? I did okay on the college entrance exams, so my family rewarded me. I couldn't refuse. Seeing that Jeong Chung had completely won, Lee Soo-dong snorted coldly and said, it's getting late. We should go find a place for dinner. It'll be traffic jams if we're late. As they were leaving, Suya asked Jeong Chung, come have dinner with us. How about we go shopping after eating? However, Jeong Chung politely declined, saying, I can't. I have plans tonight. Let's get together again when we're back and have time. But Suya took Jeong Cheng's polite words seriously. She immediately said happily, it's a deal then. Contact me when we're back in Rongqing. Seeing them leave, Jeong Chung told Zhou-ing, you go ahead with your work. I'm going to look around elsewhere. And just as Zhou-ing was saying, thank you, Jeong Chung suddenly leaned in and said softly, we're classmates. No need to be so polite. Let's meet up next time. After browsing for a while, a female salesperson saw him. She ran over and asked, Sir, are there any other car models you need? This pink one you're looking at is nice. It's a special customization by our Lamborghini for female clients. Of course, this car also has safety brakes, night vision, lane keeping assist, and many other features. Listening to her introduction, Jeong Chung thought, this car is actually quite suitable for Xiao Xiao. Then he asked the female salesperson, how much is this car? Seeing Jeong Chung ask for the price, she hurriedly said, Sir, because this car has high-end configurations, the total price is $9.5 million. If you buy it, we can give you 3 years of maintenance fees for free. But before she could finish explaining the policy, Jeong Chung interrupted her. All right, just swipe the card. Hearing this, the female salesperson nodded frantically and said, Okay, I'll process it for you right away. Before she left, Jeong Chung made another request. He needed a car delivery ceremony. Hearing Jeong Cheng's words, The female salesperson patted her chest and assured him that's definitely not a problem. I guarantee the delivery ceremony will be handled perfectly for you, full of ritual. Please come over here and have a seat. However, Jiang Cheng told her, no need. I'm buying it as a gift. Please handle it as quickly as possible. I'll send you the recipient's address later. At the same time, a girl was holding a selfie stick, saying, hello family in the live stream room. Look at this pink big bowl. This color is rare. It's so full of girly charm. I bet no girl can refuse it, right? I wonder how the AC is inside this car. Is my #1 supporter brother interested in getting one? What? You say pink doesn't look good? Does a big bowl have to be yellow or red? Let me tell you, #1 brother, this car, if you gift it to a girl, you'll definitely find love that very day. If you don't believe me, look for yourselves. There's a handsome guy here on site, looking at this pink big bowl, just like me. Plus, he just sat in it, family. Get the likes up to 3,000 for me, and I'll do a live interview for you. I'll let the handsome guy tell you his feelings about it. Seeing this, the sales lady hurriedly walked over and said, excuse me, miss, I asked if you're here to order a car or just a look. Hearing this, the streamer said, I just want to look at this car. But to her surprise, the salesperson asked her, then would it be convenient for you to show proof of assets? Hearing this request, the streamer shouted angrily, I need to show proof of assets just to look? Then she pointed at Jiang Cheng and said, I clearly saw that guy walk right in just now. However, the sales lady still insisted, I'm sorry, this is our procedure. Seeing her embarrassed expression, the live stream chat suddenly became lively. Some people were egging her on, hurry up and interview the big shot. Meanwhile, Zhou Qi had witnessed the whole thing from the side. She thought, Jiang Cheng is actually so rich. In less than half an hour, he's already spent 20 million. Even before my family's incident, we couldn't have squandered money like him. 2 hours passed in a flash. Jiang Cheng, tired, stretched his back. At this moment, he thought, all the procedures are done. The big bull is already on its way to Xiao Xiao. Time to go to the Ferrari side and get the car keys. When he got there, the manager had already prepared the paperwork, saying, here are your keys, Mr. Jiang. Also, how do you plan to handle the license plate? Hearing this, Jiang Cheng calculated in his mind. Although Ferrari offers a service to help with license plates, I'm not from Shanghai, so I can't own a Shanghai license plate. However, just as Jiang Cheng was struggling with this, the system suddenly sent a notification, randomly rewarding the host with a license plate, who had JC111. The license plate has already been randomly selected at the vehicle management office. Relevant personnel will arrive on site immediately to assist with the registration. Seeing this, Jiang Cheng marveled, the system is just too considerate. After a short while, a person appeared holding a document bag and said respectfully, Mr. Jiang, your license plate has been arranged. We will now assist you with the registration. Looking at the letters VCJC111 on it, the manager was incredibly shocked. It's actually a local Shanghai license plate. What's more terrifying is that the 2 letters JC are the initials of the client's name, Jiang Cheng. In all my years, this is the first time I've seen someone with so much power. Seeing his thoughtful expression, Jiang Cheng patted him and said, don't overthink it. I just reserved the plate number in advance. That's all. Hearing this, the manager thought, I understand that you don't want to reveal the details, but treating people like idiots is going too far. Reserving in advance can get you this kind of license plate, and with someone personally come and handle the paperwork, but he could only think it, not say it. The next second, he managed his expression and said, as expected of Mr. Jiang, your luck is truly great. Even a license plate you chose is so meaningful. I am impressed, truly impressed. 2.5 minutes later, the young man bent over and said, Mr. Jiang, the installation is complete. Seeing his respectful attitude, the manager marveled, I'm truly impressed. I feel that Mr. Jiang is either the treasured grandson of some provincial tycoon or an important relative of some major leader. Otherwise, an ordinary person could never have this kind of power. A few minutes later, Zhou Qi gathered her courage, walked over, and said, Jiang Cheng, thank you so much for today. I'm about to get off work. No time like the present. Why don't I treat you to a meal? But just as Jiang Cheng was about to say okay, his phone suddenly rang. After picking it up, he heard someone shouting from the other end, Jiang Cheng, I've had my heart broken. Hurry over. I need you to have a drink with me. Otherwise, I feel like jumping into the Huangpu River right now. I have to say, this move by Cheng Jiping completely baffled Jiang Cheng. Here we go. Jiang Cheng and the little streamer have met again. Unexpectedly, her part-time job was actually a designated driver. It turned out that just a moment ago, after Jiang Chung hung up the phone, he said, "Sorry. Zhou Jiyun seems to have had his heart broken and asked me to have a drink with him. How about I treat you to dinner tomorrow instead?" Hearing this, Zhou Ying was stunned and asked, "He had his heart broken? I thought he seemed to like Suya." "In that case, let's reschedule for another day." After arriving, Jiang Chung looked at Zhou Jiyun at the table of drinks and laughed at not jumping into the Huangpu River anymore. After sitting down, Zhou Jiyun began to vent, "I just found out that I'm actually a simp and a backup option. Jiang Chung, I'm so damn miserable. You know how Suya usually bosses me around. But when Li Sudong went to the bathroom, with just one look, Suya followed him like a little puppy. I also secretly followed them out, and I ended up seeing them hugging and kissing on the way. My heart is broken, old Jiang." Seeing his agitated state, Jiang Chung said, "You two were never together, so how can you have your heart broken?" Hearing this, Zhou Jiyun cried and said, "Do you have to be so sharp-tongued at a time like this?" Seeing him so pitiful, Jiang Chung comforted him. All right. Listen to your brother. Suya is no good. Just let her go and be a disaster for Li Sudong. Who knows what kind of diseases that kid will get later." Seeing Jiang Cheng's serious expression, Zhou Jiyun leaned in and said, "Old Jiang, you rascal, do you know something?" But Jiang Cheng couldn't possibly tell him it was the system, could he? He just made up a reason, saying, "I heard from a friend that Suya's private life is very messy. It's not like I didn't hint at it to you before. You just wouldn't listen back then." Seeing that Jiang Chung had said so much, Zhou Jiyun directly raised his glass. "It was me. My brain was squeezed by a door before. Let's not talk about it. It's all in the drink." An hour passed in a flash. Jiang Chung supported Zhou Jiyun and asked, "No problem getting back to the hotel by yourself?" "No problem, bro. I'm leaving first. Next time you have your heart broken, I'll come and keep you company like this too." But just as Jiang Chung was by his car calling for a designated driver, a voice suddenly sounded. "Excuse me, this is my boyfriend's car. Could you please step away from the car? Sir, if you damage it, you can't afford to pay for it." As she spoke, the panel had already sent a notification. Name, Chun-Li, age, 25. Height, 168 centimeters. Looks, 85. Figure, 90. Privacy, 65. Friendliness, 30. Status, passerby. But the next second, Jiang Chung pressed the car key. Seeing this, Chun-Li immediately exclaimed, "I knew it. Oh, the one who's drunk is actually me. But how do you look so much like my boyfriend?" But Jiang Chung just chuckled and said, "Is that so? But you don't look like my girlfriend at all." Hearing this, Chun-Li directly moved closer, saying, "Handsome, you're so funny. Your voice is so nice. You must be able to drive a Ferrari with one hand, right?" Seeing her acting so forward, Jiang Chung directly said, "If you don't understand, let me educate you. This kind of high-horsepower, rear-wheel drive performance car. Anyone who says they can drive it with one hand has never driven one." But before Jiang Chung could finish, Chun-Li had already pressed up against him, stuck out her tongue, and shouted, "Handsome, you know so much, but I'm very good at playing eat chicken. I know more than 10 ways to eat chicken alone. Do you want to play with me? For games, I only play a certain honor." Just then, a girl walked over and asked, "Hello, may I ask if you're the one who called for a designated driver?" Seeing Jiang Chung respond, she continued, "Hello, my name is Qiao Yinin. I'm the designated driver you called for. Handsome, you look quite familiar." Seeing her pointing the camera at him, Jiang Chung smiled and said, "Little sister, for someone as handsome as me, taking a picture costs money." Hearing this, Qiao Yinin hurriedly flipped the camera around, saying, "Sorry about that. Handsome." Then Jiang Chung asked, "You're a streamer and also a designated driver?" However, Qiao Yinin told him, "When I have free time, I work as a designated driver. My main job is an outdoor streamer. If it's convenient, can I take a picture of your car?" After Jiang Chung agreed, Qiao Yinin said at her live stream, "Hey big brothers, I can't believe I actually got to encounter a Ferrari SF90. I'm so excited." This car was also a feature model at the auto show today. As Ferrari's fastest current production model, its 0 to 100 kilometers per hour acceleration only takes 2.5 seconds. Seeing this, the audience started discussing animatedly. "This license plate represents privilege and assets. Everyone, take a blind guess. maybe the streamer can have some. Indescribable things happen with the tycoon and leap across social classes. At the same time, Chun-Li also came over and said, "Handsome, I could be a designated driver too, and for free." But Jiang Chung directly stopped her, saying no thanks. "I'm afraid the free stuff will cause trouble." After handing the keys to Xiao Yining, Jiang Chung asked, "Do you know how to drive a supercar?" "Don't worry, big bro. I've test-driven many sports cars, because I used to be a car review blogger." As she finished speaking, her information panel appeared before Jiang Cheng's eyes. Name, Xiao Yining. Age, 20. Height, 165 centimeters. Looks, 94. Figure, 90. Privacy, 0. Friendliness, 50. After getting in the car, Xiao Yining asked Jiang Chung, "All right, big bro, may I ask if I could drive and stream at the same time? My camera will only be on me. It won't film you." Hearing this, Jiang Chung said, "I don't mind, but are you like this every day?" However, Xiao Yining told him, "Not really. I just happened to have nothing to do all day today, so I was streaming at the auto show. After it ended, I decided to take on some side jobs." After setting up her phone, Xiao Yining started driving. "Family, I never thought I'd have a day where I get to drive a Ferrari. This car really makes your whole body feel hot, just like the rumors say. Don't get the wrong idea. It's not that place that's hot. It's hot from nervousness. After all, this is a Ferrari. I have to concentrate and drive seriously." At this moment, Jiang Chung, on the side, saw that her streamer name was Xiao Mei. If it weren't for her privacy value of 0, hearing her spout all that old driver lingo, I would have thought she was a casual person. The popularity is okay, but the donations aren't much. The top donor is only 300 yuan. That's too pathetic. This week's growth value is over 8,000, so the weekly donations are around 800 yuan. After the platform takes its cut, her daily income is just over 60. Then, Jiang Chung looked at her awkwardly and said, "Over 10,000 viewers and only this much money. No wonder you need to find side jobs. I think you should just focus on being a designated driver. You probably earn more." But Xiao Yining smiled and said, "I can't help it. I don't know how to do anything, and I don't know how to please the top donor big brothers usually. I can only do something novel like drive cars for some big bros to let the viewers in the stream see the congested traffic conditions in Shanghai. By the way, why was the account manager at Lamborghini so attentive to you? You didn't need to show proof of assets and could just walk right in. Why couldn't I go in?" Hearing her question, Jiang Chung just said lightly, "Probably because when I was at the Ferrari dealership buying a car, the people from Lamborghini saw me." Hearing this, Xiao Yining immediately exclaimed, "So you just bought this car today?" After she said it, the viewers in the room exploded. "Thank you, Big Shot, for showing me the gap between people." The Big Shot means he casually spent tens of millions. That's why the service at Lamborghini was unusual. After a short while, the two of them arrived at Aminyanjian. "Here are your keys back, Big Shot." After taking them, Jiang Chung praised her. "I didn't expect you to be quite skilled at driving. So steady and comfortable. I'll look for you again next time I need a designated driver." Hearing this, Xiao Yining's face turned slightly red as she said, "Thank you for the recognition, Big Shot. Let me ask you another question. What type of live streams do you usually like to watch, Big Shot?" Hearing Jiang Chung say he likes to watch beautiful women, Xiao Yining said, "Then I count as a beautiful streamer, right? Big Shot, how about giving some support to a truly miserable little streamer like me? Like, for example, helping me climb the rankings or something." But Jiang Chung shook his phone and said, "Sorry, take a look at my new account." Seeing this, Xiao Yining knew she had to offer something. Immediately, her face blushing slightly, she said, "Then how about inviting me in for a glass of water? This level of support should be okay, right?" Looking at her, Jiang Chung thought, she's trying to find a chance to go inside and stream to create topics and hype for her live stream room. "Trying to fleece me. Aren't you afraid of a sheep entering the tiger's den? Interesting. Then I'll have to tease you a bit." Thinking of this, Jiang Chung smiled slightly. "Come in for a drink of water? What kind of water do you want to drink?" Hearing this sentence, scenes already started playing out in Xiao Yining's mind. She thought, based on how this would develop in a movie or novel, there are only these two scenarios. This woman had never even received a gift worth more than 1 yuan in her streams. But today, Jiang Chung launched 3 super rockets for her in a row. It turned out that just a moment ago, Jiang Chung had rejected her, saying, "But the water in the hotel isn't clean. I'd better not invite you for a drink. If fate allows, I'll treat you to milk tea next time." Seeing this, not only did the viewers in the live stream exclaim, "Holy crap, what a flex," Even Xiao Yining cursed inwardly, what a scumbag. But am I really that unattractive? He won't even add me on WeChat. In the car just now, he was playing hard to get, and in the blink of an eye, he's turned hostile. Thinking of this, she turned around, said bye-bye, and left. Looking at the 60 friendliness value on her, Jiang Chung thought, interesting. It actually increased. Looking at her expression, I feel like inviting her out for some street-side malatang next time shouldn't be a problem. But just after he saw Xiao Yining off, he suddenly received a message from Wang Zheng. Young Master Jiang, I want to go to Eminyanji tonight to experience the cuisine of a luxury hotel at your place. I wonder if young Master Jiang can arrange it? Looking at the message, Jiang Chung thought, if I'm going to attend university in Shanghai, this kind of necessary social activity is unavoidable. I'll take this opportunity to practice today. At the same time, Wang Yin was walking up to greet him. Mr. Jiang, welcome back. Seeing her, Jiang Chung directly instructed, Manager Wang, I'm hosting friends later. Have a chef prepare the most expensive dishes. The number of people is 5. Give me 2 bahaba fish. Also, bring out that Alba white truffle fantasy sundae as well. For the rest, you can decide. Hearing this, Wang Yin reminded him, Mr. Jiang, the bahaba fish at our hotel are medium-sized, and the price is about 1 million per fish. May I ask if this is acceptable to you? Hearing Wang Yin's reminder, Jiang Chung thought, if I weren't afraid of looking like a nouveau riche for ordering too much, ordering 10 would be no problem at all. But if I really give people the impression of a country bumpkin nouveau riche, it would seem low class. Then he replied, you can just handle it, Manager Wang. Half an hour passed in a flash, and Wang Zheng had arrived with his friends. Looking at the dishes on the table, Wang Zheng immediately exclaimed, Young Master Jiang, you've completely baffled me. Bahaba fish and 2 of them. This is too extravagant. Beside him, Chun Hao looked at the bahaba fish on the table and marveled. These 2 fish are worth a car. So luxurious. Seeing their shocked expressions, the girl with them asked, is this fish that expensive? Hearing her words, Wang Yuyin explained, the bahaba fish is one of the 4 most expensive seafoods in the world. They are extremely rare, and the price depends on the size. The 2 we are eating today are of a moderate size. In addition, there's also the equally precious Alba white truffle from Italy. In short, the total price of this meal that Mr. Jiang has prepared for everyone is over 3 million. Hearing that one meal would cost 3 million, the girl was completely numb. She thought, this amount of money could buy a house of several hundred square meters back in my hometown. After sitting down, Jiang Chung said with a chuckle, don't be polite, let's eat. Then thank you very much for your hospitality, young Master Jiang. Next, everyone finished this dinner quite happily. After the meal, Wang Zheng said, young Master Jiang, thank you for your hospitality tonight. It's still early. How about we go to the Bund for another drink? However, Jiang Chung smiled and said, to be honest, I've already had drinks with my classmate. As for drinking, let's schedule it for next time. All right, then tomorrow night, I'll book a large booth at TXX, and we'll have a good time then. After the group left, Wang Yuyin came over with the bill and said, Mr. Jiang, the hotel has given you a special discount, so the actual bill is 2.98 million. After paying the bill, he heard a notification from the system. Congratulations to the host for using the Foodie Cashback Card. The total consumption this time was 2.98 million. Congratulations to the host for receiving a 10x cashback. The final cashback amount will be multiplied by the number of diners. The total cashback is 149 million, which has been deposited into the host's bank card. Looking at the panel, Jiang Chung marveled, I can't believe inviting a few people to dinner could get me over 100 million in cashback. This meal was really worth it. After checking, Wang Yuyin smiled and said, payment successful. I won't disturb your rest, Mr. Jiang. Call me anytime if you need anything. After entering the room, Jiang Chung opened his phone and heard that Xiao Mei had started streaming. Family, I'm home. Let's listen to some music first. Looking at his phone, Jiang Chung realized that upon closer inspection, Xiao Mei really did have a high score of 94 for looks. Before, she was so nervous that I couldn't really tell. But the next second, the system suddenly sent a notification. Detected that the host's streaming account is too shabby. The system gifts the host 3 million shark fin coins. This move completely baffled Jiang Chung. The tycoon system is really something else, finding all sorts of ways to give me money. Once these 3 million shark fin coins went in, my new account leveled up directly to level 65. It's a high-level account now. What name should I change it to? How about Sea Calming Divine Needle? After changing the name, Jiang Chung sent a message in the live stream room. Looking at it, Xiao Yinin immediately exclaimed, "This is a level 65 high-level account I've never seen before." The next second, she composed her expression and shouted, "Big bro, see calming divine needle. Welcome, welcome. In a bit, there's a guild PK mission, so I'm not going out." Just then, the PK connected to a girl, accompanied by the system's information panel. Name, Huang Ling, age, 28. Height, 168 centimeters. Looks, 69. Figure, 89. Privacy, 70. Friendliness, 10. This data left Jiang Chung speechless. He thought, a streamer who looks like a 90 with her heavy makeup. Her actual look score is only 69. Xiao Mei's going to PK against someone like this? A look score of 94 should easily crush a look score of 69, right? Then he heard Bai Luo Xiao Mei say, "Little sister Xiao, it's actually you. I didn't expect to be so lucky to run into you on my first connection. Then today, you'll probably let me pass the first round, right?" Listening to her words, Xiao Yinin could only sigh inwardly. Who's to blame but my own lack of strength? Ever since I started streaming, I've never won a PK connection, to the point that all sorts of streamers like to connect with me. After all, whoever comes is guaranteed to win. But the guild wants me to win at least 2 rounds. Otherwise, my full attendance bonus for next month is gone. If I lose the full attendance bonus, I'm afraid I won't even be able to pay the rent for this apartment. Thinking of this, Xiao Yinin hurriedly pretended everything was fine and said, "Hello, we meet again. Please ask your number 1 big bro to show mercy later." On the other hand, Bai Luo Xiao Mei also put on an expression and said, "No problem. Big bro to Zhu, our first round should be very easy. We can save some energy for the next round." But just as the two were acting, the system suddenly gave Jiang Chung a new mission. Lead Xiao Yinin to win the PK Tournament Championship. You will receive a donation rebate with a multiplier of 1 to 50 times. Seeing this, Jiang Chung exclaimed, "The rebate multiplier is as high as 50 times. With a mission like this, I have no choice but to play along with them." At this moment, a scene was already playing out in his head. It was Xiao Yinin lifting her skirt and asking, "Number 1 big bro, what other requests do you have? Tell me all of them." Thinking of this, Jiang Cheng's face turned a little red. Originally, I never thought I'd have any kind of bond with this Xiao Mei. Now that I'm really going to become her number 1 big bro, a lot of things might be different. At the same time, Xiao Yinin was working hard to get votes, saying, "Family and big bro, see calming divine needle. Seeing how miserable I am, how about supporting me with some medical fees to comfort me? My weekly ranking, which doesn't even have a night on it, only costs 1 yuan to get on." But the people in the live stream room weren't buying it at all, that I'm a proud freeloader. I'll never pay. Do you look down on us freeloaders? I came in to watch the streamer lose. Looking at the messages, Xiao Yinin couldn't help but roll her eyes. Seeing this, the messages in the live stream became even more outrageous. What do you mean by rolling your eyes? Streamer, if you roll them again, you won't get today's free flowers. I was even going to send you a wave of fish balls. Are you disgusted with us? But Xiao Yinin said with a helpless expression, "How could I be disgusted with you? The viewers in my stream are getting better and better with their words now. Every one of you is a genius." At this moment, Jiang Chung, who was eating melon on the side, wanted to laugh when he saw this scene. Let's get this party started. "I'll gift you 5 weak chickens first." Looking at the gift, Xiao Yinin smiled. "Thank you, big bro, see calming divine needle for the medical fees." But in her heart, she thought 5 weak chickens are exactly 1 yuan. A level 65 big bro can be this stingy in my stream? Am I some kind of stream-repelling sacred body? Thinking of this, Xiao Yinin had already lost her motivation to stream. But just then, Jiang Chung said in the room, "Streamer, I heard your skill is driving. If I lead you to win the guild battle, can you be my designated driver?" "Sure, big bro, see calming divine needle. If you can guarantee I win the championship, I'll be your designated driver for free. My driving is very steady." Hearing this, Jiang Chung said, "Then it's a deal. Tomorrow night, let me see just how steady your driving is." The next second, he directly started launching rockets. At this moment, Xiao Yinin, who had never received a rocket before, was completely dumbfounded. She thought 3 of the most expensive super rockets, just like that. A quick PSA here. A super rocket is 2,000 yuan each. Then she hurriedly shouted, "Thank you, big bro, see calming divine needle, for the 3 super rockets." "Thank you so much, big bro." What performance would you like to see? I'll do one for you. On the other hand, the opposing by Luo Xiao may frown when she saw the score. She thought, the time for the first PK round is almost up. I didn't expect a tower-sniping big shot to appear on Xiao Mei's side. Here we go. Jiang Cheng continuously launches rockets to help Xiao Yining in the PK. But in the final round, he made a request. It turned out that just a moment ago, Bai Luo Xiao Mei had said with an envious look, "Wow, Xiao Mei, a big shot came to your stream. Hello, big bro, see coming divine needle. You hit me so hard it hurts. I need comfort. You should come visit me when you have time." Seeing this, Xiao Yining hurriedly said, "Big bro, see coming divine needle. I'll make you a moderator. You're one of my people now. Don't you dare run off to someone else's place." Seeing no reply for 5 seconds, she asked anxiously, "Big bro, are you still there? I'm not good at dancing. How about I sing a song for you?" But Xiao Yining's singing almost made the live stream room explode. Everyone commented, "Out of 5 notes, 4 of yours are off-key. I'm begging you, please stop singing." On the other hand, Jiang Cheng felt that Xiao Mei's singing was adorably clumsy and quite interesting. Then he commented, "Just do whatever you want." And on the other side, by Luo Xiao Mei was acting all delicate and saying, "Big bro de Zhu, please secure the first round for me. If we lose the next round too, I'll be eliminated." Seeing this, de Zhu directly told her, "No problem, don't worry." As the PK officially began, de Zhu directly sent 6 rockets. "Thank you, big bro de Zhu, for the 2 rounds of 3 rockets. Mwah." At this moment, Jiang Cheng looked at his phone, smiled slightly, and said, "Interesting. Then I'll send another 3. Seeing Xiao Yining's score shoot up, Bai Luo Xiao Mei hurriedly shouted, "Big bro de Zhu. Big bro, see calming divine needle, is catching up." But before she could finish, de Zhu had already asked in the bullet comments, "Are you sure he's catching up?" Then, 5 rockets were seen flying up. Seeing this, Bai Luo Xiao Mei directly made a heart gesture, shouting, "My big bro de Zhu is the man. Family, help me type big bro de Zhu is the man on the public screen." Seeing this, Xiao Yining started to panic a little. She thought, she really knows how to please her number 1 big bro. But Jiang Cheng picked up his phone and chuckled. "Just 5 rockets and you're this scared, Xiao Yining. I really like this sheltered look of yours. So, how will you react next?" At the same time, Xiao Yining stared at her phone, which was frozen. She thought the stream was lagging. But the next second, a sudden wave of 20 consecutive rockets left her completely dumbfounded. And on the other side, no matter how Bai Luo Xiao Mei called out, big bro de Zhu went silent. At this moment, seeing the result, Xiao Yining had a look of disbelief. She thought, "Big bro, see calming divine needle, sent me 20 rockets in one go. That's 40,000 yuan. The other side doesn't seem to be responding, which means I won this round." Although Bai Luo Xiao Mei had completely lost, she didn't forget to fish. She forced herself to say, "Xiao Mei is so lucky to have the support of Big Bro, see calming divine needle. Big Bro, you can also come watch me when you're free. I'll dance for you then. And my driving is also super steady, the kind that won't make your legs sore all day." After the PK ended, Xiao Yining saw that the number of viewers in her stream had actually surpassed 10,000. Thank you, big bro, see calming divine needle. This is the first time I've ever received 20 super rockets. It's also the first time my stream has had this much popularity. I really don't know how to thank you. Tell me what you want to see me do now. But at this moment, Jiang Cheng looked at the screen and felt that Xiao Yining's looks, because of the camera's beauty filter, not only didn't get a boost, but it even detracted from her original beauty. If I didn't know her stream was called Xiao Mei, I probably wouldn't have recognized her. Thinking of this, Jiang Cheng directly commented, "I want to see you turn off the beauty filter." Hearing this request, Xiao Yining looked troubled. "Big bro, see calming divine needle. I'm afraid you'll be scared." Because she felt, how can anyone stream these days without a beauty filter? But Big Bro has spent so much money on me. If I don't do as he asks, I'm afraid I'll be left in the cold again. Forget it, I'll turn it off. Sigh. I really don't know how nasty the viewers' comments will be. But just as she turned off the beauty filter, everyone in the stream exclaimed, "Holy crap, she's actually so gorgeous. How did I never notice such a beautiful streamer before?" Following immediately, the big shot bet right this time. This wave of bullet comments completely baffled Xiao Yining herself. Not only did her image not collapse, she even gained a wave of fans and positive reviews. Then she continued, "Big bro, see calming divine needle. Please secure one more round for me. If I win this round, I can continue streaming next month. Please, please." And so, the second round of connection began. Hello, miss. I am Svet Xiaotian. Very happy to connect with you. Miss, your number one big bro is too fierce. 20 super rockets. I'm genuinely envious. Hello, big bro, sea calming divine needle. I am Xiao Tian. Your super rockets have shot right into my heart. Come visit Xiao Tian's place when you have time. Xiao Tian is proficient in singing and dancing. I guarantee you'll be satisfied, big bro. Seeing her constantly trying to hook sea calming divine needle, Xiao Yining said, Xiao Tian, let's just start directly. On Xiao Tian's side, she asked, has Big Bro Yi Hua arrived? The PK has already started. Please don't let Xiao Tian get thrashed. Right at the start, she was heard thanking Big Bro Yi Hua for 5 airplanes. But Jiang Cheng thought, with a helpless expression, that's it? This guy is much stingier than that fool de Zhu from the last round. Then I'll just casually drop 5 rockets and see if he follows. Unsurprisingly, what followed was Xiao Yining's happy shout. Thank you, Big Bro, Sea Calming Divine Needle, for the 5 super rockets. Big Bro, Sea Calming Divine Needle, YYDS. On the other side, Xiao Tian's Big Bro, Yi Hua completely disappeared because of this. With Jiang Cheng's assistance, Xiao Yining got a green light all the way to the final round. Hello, Sister Qiao. I'm Dike Xiao Mei. I'm very happy to have the final PK connection with you. May I ask if we should start directly or go with a talent show first? Looking at the opponent, Xiao Yining marveled. They think too highly of me. To be connected in this final round with Dai Xiao Mei, one of the platform's 3 main pillars. Hello, miss. I can't sing or dance. I don't have any talent, so why don't we just start directly? Hearing her words, Dai Xiao Mei said, all right then. Since you don't have a talent, miss, then I'll first dance for my big bro daddies. The big bro on the other side can watch too. The reason she did this was because her guild had already found out. This little streamer suddenly appeared with a wild big bro helping her in the guild battle. He has already spent nearly 800,000. I like this kind of big bro. Then she began an energetic performance. And all of this was to lure Sea Calming Divine Needle from the other side. 2 minutes passed in a flash, and the hot dance ended. At this moment, Jiang Cheng couldn't help but comment, dance very well, I like it a lot. Watching it made me want to go over to Dai Xiao Mei's side. Seeing this, Xiao Yining said with an anxious face, Big Bro, Sea Calming Divine Needle, are you going to abandon me? We're just one last step away from both reaching Jade rank. But Jiang Cheng told her, look at what Dai Xiaomei said. You only know how to ask Big Bro to reach King rank with you. If you're talking about a multiplayer sport, I might consider it. This sentence instantly created a scene in Xiao Yining's mind, as if her whole being was being constantly battered by an invisible force. In this woman's live stream room, every day, 3 super emperors help her with PKs. But today, she was crushed by a little streamer's mysterious Big Bro. It turned out that just a moment ago, Xiao Yining was telling herself, now is not the time to be dazed and let my imagination run wild. If I want to win, there's no other way but to beg Big Bro to be powerful. On the other hand, the viewers in the room exploded, everyone shouting, holy crap, that's a damn flex. He's already spent over 800,000. It wouldn't be too much to really play a king-level multiplayer sport, right? Just asking, is the streamer panicking now? After thinking for a moment, Xiao Yining was heard saying with a fist and palm salute, Sugar Daddy, I beg you to secure this last round. After the stream, I'll immediately sign up for class. Whatever dance you want to see, I'll learn it. But the audience said, although Big Bro, Sea Calming Divine Needle is awesome, I don't know if he can beat the 3-level 100 true Big Bros on the other side. As soon as the words fell, the other side directly sent 9 super rockets. Xiao Yining also saw the 3 super emperors each send 3. After that, Batian even came to her stream and sent 2 super rockets at a small medical fee. Please accept it. Seeing this, Xiao Yining thought, this taunt is on another level. But then, her eyes lit up as she suddenly thought of a way. Then she shouted, thank you, Big Bro Batian, for the 2 super rockets. Without these 2 medical fees from you, I simply can't continue streaming. The next second, the stream was filled with a bunch of question marks. At this moment, Jiang Cheng exclaimed, so the hundreds of super rockets I just sent were candles? They were just air? The system gave me 3 million shark fin coins, and now there are 2 million left. I don't believe that 2 million can't win this match. If I really can't win, I still have hundreds of millions in my bank card. 1 minute later, Xiao Yining looked at the frozen screen and thought, it's lagging again. But the next second, she knew it wasn't lag. It was Big Bro, Sea Calming Divine Needle, dropping another 20 super rockets. After that, Jiang Cheng even went into Dai Xiao Mei's room and sent 5 medical fees. Seeing this, she marveled. This is truly a battle of gods. We mortals just get to eat the meat. Then she hurriedly made a heart gesture and said, "Thank you, Daddy C. Calming Divine Needle, for the medical fees." Next, unsurprisingly, it was the rhythm of both sides spamming super rockets at each other. A moment later, Dai Xiaomei discovered that the rockets on her side had stopped, but they hadn't on Xiao Mei's side. In contrast, Qiao Yining looked at this result with an expression of disbelief. 1.5 million in my stream? Oh my god, I've seen it all in my lifetime. At this point, no matter how Dai Xiaomei posed, it was useless. Even Ba Tian tried to persuade her, saying, "Dai Xiaomei, just let it go for today. We'll talk about it next time." Meanwhile, Jiang Cheng typed, "Looks like we've won. Let these last 2 super rockets be the victory declaration." As the PK ended, Qiao Yining was a bit overwhelmed. She exclaimed in her heart, "I defeated Dai Xiaomei and became the guild battle champion." The popularity of her stream skyrocketed, and she gained over 50,000 new, real followers. More importantly, this stream received 2.5 million in donations. According to my contract, I can get 700,000. Seeing her like this, everyone was asking if the little streamer had gone silly. Why is she covering her mouth and not speaking? I really can't imagine the moves of the rich. The money for a whole apartment is gone. What a pity, such a beautiful young lady. I just followed her, and she's about to be taken by the top donor. After composing her thoughts, Qiao Yining gave a big, gentle shake. She called out, "Big bro ding hi Shanjun, I really don't know how to thank you. Can I add you on WeChat? If there's anything you like in the future, I'll go learn it right away. I promise to do it until you're satisfied." Hearing this, Jiang Cheng replied, "No need, I was just passing by. If you really want to, just be my designated driver to Aminyanjian. I'll still be there for the next 2 days." Seeing this message, Qiao Yining instantly thought of Jiang Cheng. She thought to herself, "Big bro ding hi Shanjun is actually him. But why would he help me?" Afterwards, Qiao Yining took out her spare phone and added Jiang Cheng. Moreover, her current friendliness value had already reached 85. Seeing that the friendliness value was only 5 points away from Hehe, Jiang Cheng thought, "Well, I can't not accept this." Just then, the system sent a notification. "Congratulations, host, for successfully leading streamer Qiao made a victory in the guild battle. Given that the streamer's satisfaction with you is at the highest level, SS rank, the system rewards the host with a 1000x supercritical hit. Congratulations, host, for receiving a 1000x critical hit cashback, totaling 2.03 billion. Does the host wish to withdraw immediately?" While clicking withdraw, Jiang Cheng was still marveling at the 2.03 billion. He had shown off big time online, and after experiencing the fun of throwing money around, he could still get 2 billion back. It's simply outrageous. Money is so damn easy to make. In the blink of an eye, the next morning, Jiang Cheng's phone started buzzing. "Big bro ding hi Shanjun. Do you need a designated driver today? I'm on call 24 hours a day." Seeing the message, Jiang Cheng thought to himself, "This little girl is up quite early." But the real reason was that after Qiao Yining found out that Big bro ding hi Shinjun was him, she couldn't sleep at all and had a sleepless night. At this moment, she was staring at her phone, thinking, "Bro, when are you going to reply?" After getting up and washing up, Jiang Cheng thought, "Since I have plans to go to bar with Wang Zheng, I really do need a designated driver." Seeing Jiang Cheng's reply, Qiao Yining was instantly happy, her little face blushing. "I need to catch up on sleep quickly, so I could be in the best condition to serve Big Bro tonight." But the thought of serving Big Bro seemed to make her even more unable to sleep. Can't get overly excited anymore. Qiao Yining quickly went to sleep. Time flew by, and at 8 p.m., Qiao Yining was already waiting at Aminyanjian. Seeing her, Jiang Cheng smiled and said, "You're here so early. Didn't I tell you to come after I finished drinking?" Hearing this, Qiao Yining replied, "You helped me so much last night. How could I let you drive yourself? Of course, I have to be your driver for the whole time." TXX is the biggest and liveliest bar in Shanghai. I've heard that many celebrities and internet influencers go there to have fun. Hearing her words, Jiang Cheng said, "You seem to know a lot. Then take me there to have a look." As soon as they arrived, Jiang Cheng was targeted by several girls. They started discussing, Which young man is this? I come here every day, but I don't think I've seen him. Look at his outfit, so stylish. The watch on his wrist doesn't look cheap. Who cares who he is? Look at that face, he's so handsome. I've never seen anyone so handsome. I'm making a move first. Damn, he's a rich second-generation kid, covered in designer brands. Hi, handsome. My name is Hailey. Can I add you on WeChat? Bro, I want to add you on WeChat too. I'm available whenever you call. Little bro, is this your first time here? I can show you how to play PUBG. As they spoke, a bunny girl directly threw herself into Jiang Cheng's arms. Then she held his arm and said, "Little bro, sorry, I almost fell." Thank you. Seeing this, Jiang Cheng thought to himself, we haven't even entered the bar yet, and it's already this intense. And just then, a staff member at the door shouted, "Ladies, you're all good girls. How about we let the big bro enter the club first?" Right. Big bro needs to get to the booth first, so it's more convenient to play together. But Jiang Cheng didn't know that this scene had already stunned Xiao Yinin, who was behind him. Here it comes. Wang Zheng is arranging things for Jiang Cheng at Shanghai's top bar. Right away, bunny girls were seen holding up 2 Divine Dragon sets for a spectacular opening. It turned out that just a moment ago, a crowd of girls was surrounding Jiang Cheng as he walked in. Along the way, they even pushed Xiao Yinin aside, saying, "Move, don't block the way. Little bro, let's go to the booth inside. It's more convenient to have fun there." Watching so many people throwing themselves at Jiang Cheng, Xiao Yinin couldn't help but feel a bit upset. She thought, why do I have this stuffy, sour feeling in my heart? It's been building up since just now. No, I can't take it anymore. The next second, she rushed into the crowd, shouting, "Make way, make way, everyone make way for me." Then, she directly grabbed Jiang Cheng's hand and shouted, "He's already taken." Seeing that Jiang Cheng didn't object, the other girls all looked disappointed and said, "Well, why didn't you say so earlier? How boring. Let us disperse. Sisters, let's continue waiting for the next target." And just as they left, Jiang Cheng suddenly put his arm around Xiao Yinin and asked, "I'm taken, am I?" Seeing this, she hurriedly pushed Jiang Cheng away and said nervously, "I just saw that you couldn't refuse them. I was just helping you out. Don't overthink it." But Jiang Cheng told her, "Thanks, but no need next time. I think they were quite nice." At the same time, Wang Zheng had already walked over and said, "Jiang Cheng, so you were the one being mobbed at the door. We were wondering which big shot had come to the bar today. You weren't scared off by those girls, were you?" Hearing this, Jiang Cheng smiled and said, "Not at all, it was great. Everyone was incredibly enthusiastic." However, Wang Zheng laughed loudly and said, "It wasn't this crazy when I first came. Look, none of these young ladies even pay attention to me now." At this moment, the young coal tycoon, Chun Hao beside him, was looking at Xiao Yinin and said, "Young Master Jiang, who is this beautiful young lady?" But Jiang Cheng said very casually, "She's the designated driver I hired. It doesn't matter if she plays with us. She's driving later." Hearing this, Wang Zheng and Chun Hao glanced at each other and smiled meaningfully. They praised, "As expected of you, a martial arts master. Let's go. Everything's been arranged inside. The 3 of us will have a great time tonight." At this moment, hearing Jiang Cheng's words, Xiao Yinin felt a little disappointed again. But since she was already here, she obediently followed behind Jiang Cheng and walked inside. Just as they entered, they saw bunny girls in the center of the dance floor, swaying their bodies to the rhythm. After seeing Wang Zheng, several beautiful women at the booth immediately stood up in unison. Then, as if they had prepared, they shouted in unison, "Hello, young Master Jiang." Seeing this, Jiang Cheng immediately waved at Wang Zheng and said, "Thanks, this arrangement is perfect." Then Wang Zheng said to Li Zhe, who was already waiting by the side, "Manager Li, first arrange for 2 Divine Dragon sets to liven things up." Hearing this, Manager Li hurriedly said respectfully, "Okay, you 3 big bros, it's coming right up. I'll also arrange for some snacks, fruits, and iced beer. Please wait a moment." Hearing their conversation, Xiao Yinin exclaimed in Jiang Cheng's ear, "Wow, the Divine Dragon set. I've never seen it before, only in videos." Jiang Cheng also looked at Wang Zheng and said, "Bro Wang, you're too generous, thanks." But Wang Zheng smiled and said, "Brother, now you're being too polite. 2 Divine Dragon sets are only 200,000. How can that compare to the Bahaba fish you treated me to last night?" At this point, he looked at the people around and said loudly, "Do you all know? Yesterday, young Master Jiang treated me to a Bahaba fish dinner that cost $1 million. After he said this, the girls present got all gasped in unison, 3 million. and the look in their eyes as they gazed at Jiang Chung became even more fiery. After a while, Manager Li led several bunny girls in for a grand entrance. Each girl was holding a bottle of Ace of Spades, a symbol of status. At this moment, the sounds of thanks and cheers at the scene had reached their peak. And just as the atmosphere was getting hyped up, a girl leaned over and said, "Young Master Jiang, my name is Xiao Qing. I'd like to toast you. I'm very happy to be able to hang out with you tonight." As she spoke, the panel had already sent a notification. Name, Xiao Qing. Age, 22. Height, 168 centimeters. Looks, 85. Figure, 98. Privacy, 5. Friendliness, 70. Intimate state. Seeing this, Jiang Chung sighed his heart. Looks are 90 at least after makeup. As for privacy, it's not much for someone who frequents nightclubs. The key point is the 98-point figure. That's a rare top-tier specimen. Thinking of this, he directly picked up his glass and clinked it with hers. At this moment, Xiao Yining, who was beside them, saw this scene and felt upset again. She thought that sour, stuffy feeling from before is back again. He's my top donor. Although he hasn't made any requests of me, he spent so much money on me yesterday and hugged me like that just now. Now he's with another woman. What does he mean? Thinking of this, she also picked up a glass and said, "Top donor big bro, I'll toast you too." Seeing this, Jiang Chung took a can of Red Bull and said, "What alcohol are you drinking? You should drink this to replenish your energy." Hearing this, Xiao Yining remembered that she had to drive later and put down her glass. But she told Jiang Chung, "I'm still okay. I don't need to replenish." Hearing her say this, Jiang Chung looked at her with a playful expression. He smiled and said, "I really can't tell. Are you still okay?" Then, Xiao Yining straightened her posture and asked, "You can't even tell this? Why don't you take another good, close look?" Seeing this, Jiang Chung thought to himself, although Xiao Qing's conditions are good, tonight's main target is still Xiao Yining. I'll have to let Xiao Qing go for now. In contrast, Xiao Qing understood the situation in a second. She then stood up and said, "Young Master Jiang, I'll go dance first then. I'll come back to toast you later." After she left, Jiang Chung put his arm around Xiao Yining and said with a smile, "It's really hard to tell like this. How about I take a good look when we get back tonight?" As he spoke, his hand was already on her leg. However, Xiao Yining, who had absolutely no experience, was extremely nervous at this moment. She thought, they always say in the stream that a girl should be reserved. Then I'll be reserved for a bit. Thinking of this, she directly pushed Jiang Cheng's hand away. "What are you talking about? Am I that kind of easy woman?" Hearing this, Jiang Cheng's expression instantly turned cold. He thought, "I've spent over 2 million, and she's still saying this? If you didn't want to, why did you come along tonight? After coming, you're playing hard to get. Do you take me for one of those backup options or simps?" Afterwards, he drank a glass and then stood up to look at Xiao Qing, who was dancing on the side. In turn, the few girls on the dance floor also noticed Jiang Cheng's gaze. At this moment, Xiao Qing was seen swaying her body, asking, "Young Master Jiang, how was my dancing just now?" Another girl in red also looked at Jiang Chung and said, "And what about me?" Hearing this, Jiang Chung smiled and said, "Very impressive. My little brother is already applauding for you." Hearing his teasing words, the girl in red directly wrapped her arms around him. Then she asked softly, "Is that so? I haven't met your little brother yet." Here it comes. Here it comes. Jiang Chung has finally successfully won over Xiao Yining. It turned out that just a moment ago, Jiang Chung looked at the two and said, "But of course, how about I introduce you to my little brother later?" Hearing this, the girl was instantly delighted and said, Okay. Young Master Jiang, now that you've said that, I'm suddenly so excited. I'm so looking forward to it." Seeing this, Xiao Qing also leaned in and said softly, "Young Master Jiang, you can't be biased. I really want to meet your little brother too." Instantly, the two girls surrounded Jiang Chung and began a fierce offensive that "I'm so happy to meet you today, young Master Jiang. By the way, young Master Jiang, we usually do. Young Master Jiang, I don't really like going out. I just like to stay at home and watch movies in bed. Do you like that?" Seeing the two of them like this, Jiang Chung thought, as expected, where there are women, there is war. Trapped in this stormy sea, I really don't know how much longer my sanity can hold on. Then he laughed happily and said, I like it. Let's all watch together later. The more the merrier. The movie will be even better." At this moment, Chen Hao also came over to toast Jiang Chung. "Young Master Jiang, your sense of humor is on a whole other level than ours. To young Master Jiang's wit, let's have a drink. In contrast, Xiao Yining looked very awkward on the side. She wanted to interject, but no one was paying any attention to her at all. Next, Xiao Qing and the girl in red frequently raised their glasses to Jiang Cheng. Young Master Jiang, I want to toast you too. Me too, me too. Watching herself being ignored, Xiao Yining thought, what's the meaning of this? Just because I said I'm not an easy person, he's ignoring me? I'm not easy, but if you had really brought it up, I would have considered it. I came here tonight mentally prepared. I know something is supposed to happen. It's just that I've never done it, so I don't know what to say or do. Why can't you just give me a little more time? So annoying. At the same time, Jiang Qing noticed that Xiao Yining's favorability had reached 90 points. He understood that this had reached the threshold for he. It seems my plan was correct after all. So, for the next 2 hours, Jiang Cheng drank and flirted with the two women, not paying attention to Xiao Yining even once. Just like that, it was time to leave. With his arms around the two women, Jiang Cheng said to Wang Zheng and the others, okay, see you next time, bye-bye. Young Master Jiang, let's drink and chat again next time. We won't delay you from watching your movie today. After leaving, Jiang Cheng hailed a taxi. But just as he put the two of them in the car, Jiang Cheng himself did not get in. Instead, he slammed the car door shut with a thud. Driver, take my two little sisters home safely. Keep the change. Seeing this, the driver hurriedly nodded and said, don't worry, boss. You have my license plate number. I guarantee nothing will happen. And so, the two girls were taken away by the driver, crying. As they left, Xiao Qing was still cursing. What the hell? The other one even stuck her head out the window, looking at Jiang Cheng reluctantly. After that was done, Jiang Cheng looked at Xiao Yining and said, what are you still standing there for? Designated driver. In the blink of an eye, half an hour later, Jiang Cheng was back at Yanjian. But when he saw Xiao Yining following him in, Jiang Cheng directly stopped her and said, what are you doing? Why are you, a designated driver, coming into my room? Hearing this, Xiao Yining's face flushed slightly as she said, it's so late. It's not safe to take a taxi. Can I sleep here for one night? Hearing her lame excuse, Jiang Cheng directly transferred the taxi fare to her. As he transferred it, he said, didn't you just say you're not that kind of easy woman? You should just take a taxi back yourself. Seeing that Jiang Cheng was really trying to make her leave, Xiao Yining hurriedly said, I'm not going back. She even wrapped her arms around his and explained, I was just saying that earlier. Seeing there was no other way, Jiang Cheng gave her a warning look and said, fine, you don't have to go back. There are many rooms here. You can pick any one. But Xiao Yining asked pitifully, your bed is so big. Can I sleep with you? Hearing this, Jiang Cheng turned his head and told Xiao Yining directly no. I'm not used to sleeping with strangers. At this moment, he thought, it's just like the plan, just one final push is needed. Does this little girl really not get it? Or is she pretending not to? Can't she just climb on top herself? But the next second, Xiao Yining froze on the spot. Then she sat directly on the floor and started crying loudly. This move instantly left Jiang Cheng at a loss. Then, Xiao Yining sobbed and said, do you hate me now? Why do you hate me? Everything was fine at the beginning. You even had your arm around me. Now I'm offering to sleep with you, and you're not willing. Seeing this, Jiang Cheng sighed. A privacy score of 0 has its downsides. She completely doesn't understand these things between men and women. Thinking of this, Jiang Cheng squatted down and said, forget it. Come here. Just stop crying for now. But before he could finish, Xiao Yining suddenly bit him, and this lasted for a full half-minute. Then, she said very nervously, Jiang Cheng, I really like you. However, Xiao Yining was actually very clear in her heart. The moment she knew that Jiang Cheng was Big Bro Ding Hai Shenzhen, her heart was already moved. What girl doesn't hope for a Prince Charming to come and save her from dire straits when she's at her most desperate? Thinking of this, she burrowed directly into Jiang Cheng's arms and whispered, I like you, Jiang Cheng, really. Seeing that she had finally gotten the hint, Jiang Cheng directly picked Xiao Yining up and walked into the room. Then he told her, I know. I won't make you leave again. You can sleep here tonight. Unsurprisingly, what followed was Jiang Cheng and Xiao Yining's intense physical workout. Here she comes. Here she comes. The long-awaited Wang Yuyan's panel has finally appeared. However, what Jiang Cheng never expected was that her privacy score was actually 0. It turned out that just a moment ago, the time was 9:30 the next morning. Suan knocked on the door, walked in, and said, Manager Yu, sorry to bother you. Seeing her, Yu Xiaoxiao said directly. Suwan, don't just stand there, have a seat. What did you need to see me about? After sitting down, Suwan asked, Manager Yu, you know Jiangcheng, right? Hearing this, Yu Xiaoxiao nodded and said, we met on a business trip before. Then Su Wan continued to ask, then did he tell you that he's preparing to sign me? Hearing her words, Yu Xiaoxiao smiled and said, yes, that's right. I'm also preparing to hand over my work at the company. After that, I'll immediately start working on your matter. You'll have to wait a few more days. Don't be anxious. After these words were spoken, Suwon instantly guessed, are you going to resign? Seeing how smart she was, Yu Xiaoxiao didn't plan to hide it. I will also be going to Jiangcheng's company. At that time, I'll handle your contract termination. You will be his company's first artist. But what Suwon didn't quite understand was, Manager Yu, it wasn't easy for you to reach this position. Jiangcheng's company is a new one, right? Do you trust him that much? Hearing this, Yu Xiaoxiao's gaze sharpened as she said, Wan, I know what you mean. But I trust Jiang Cheng 100%. He is a trustworthy person you can rely on. You will definitely understand in the future. At the new company, we'll all be sisters. You could just call me Sister Yu from now on. Seeing this, Suwon was a little shocked in her heart. Why does Manager Yu trust Jiang Cheng so much? But just then, someone suddenly knocked on the door and said, Manager Yu, the front desk downstairs called to say someone has sent a surprise for you. It's downstairs now. Please go down and sign for it. Hearing this, Yu Xiaoxiao asked, a little annoyed, who sent it? Tell them to refuse it. I don't want any flowers or necklaces. But the person said a bit awkwardly, no, Manager Yu. It seems to be a car. We can't refuse it. The other party is already paid in full. Hearing that it was actually a car, Suwon hurriedly stood up and said, Sister Yu, someone actually sent a car? That's so awesome. Let's go down and see together. As soon as they stepped out, they saw several sales consultants setting off party poppers. Then a young lady walked out and said, Hello, Miss Yu, please unveil it. And just as Yu Xiaoxiao unveiled the black cloth, that a brand new pink limbo nearly blinded everyone's eyes. Suwon at the side couldn't help but shout, Sister Yu, you're so lucky. I'm so jealous, really. And although Yu Xiaoxiao didn't say anything, she was also exclaiming in her heart, oh my god, a pink limbo of Aventador. This is too beautiful. The other people in the company were all discussing at this moment that I heard Manager Yu broke up with her fiancé. Yeah, her new boyfriend now is super awesome. Damn, I wish I had a boyfriend like that. He gives a 10 million lumbo as a gift. Oh my god. Then the sales lady held out the keys and said respectfully, Miss Yu, these are your keys. Hearing Yu Xiaoxiao ask who sent the car, the young lady replied, it was sent by Mr. Jiangcheng. He said he hopes you'll like it. Hearing that it was actually Jiangcheng, Yu Xiaoxiao was even more shocked in her heart. She thought, no man has ever treated me as well as you have. At this moment, her friendliness value increased by 1 point, reaching 99. At the same time, on Jiangcheng's side, the system suddenly sent a notification. Due to Yu Xiaoxiao's friendliness value towards the host reaching 99 points, the inseparable in life and death title has been successfully unlocked. The host has obtained a special reward package. Does the host wish to open it? Seeing this, Jiangcheng thought, Xiaoxiao's friendliness value actually rose to 99 points so quickly. This inseparable in life and death sentiment is too profound, but I like it. He then told the system to open the reward package. Congratulations, host, for obtaining 1 spending cashback card. Maximum spending amount is 5 million. Cashback multiplier is 1-100x. Congratulations, host, for obtaining a Descendants Devouring reward card. Note, when the host descendants are devoured by a young lady with a looks score higher than 90, the host will receive 1/10 of the number of descendants, multiplied by the other party's usage satisfaction, to calculate the final cashback. Looking at the panel, Jiangcheng almost spat out his drink. He marveled that the system could even come up with such a reward. But then he suddenly thought, although there's only one of this reward card, there's no limit on the number of women it can be used with at one time. This means I could go solo, duo, queue, or even a 5-person team isn't out of the question. Would the reward be multiplied then? But then he thought to himself, no, that's a bit ill-considered, because the final result depends on the other party's satisfaction. If I don't take good care of them, it might cause their satisfaction to drop. It seems I still have to use it cautiously. However, the the system's rewards weren't over yet. Congratulations, host, for obtaining a stable boutique investment firm. The host needs to personally invest at least $10 million. After the investment, the system will assign the host one gold medal investor and one elite managing director, thereby ensuring the investment firm's stable profits. Note, the investment firm's minimum annual rate of return is 10. Seeing this, Jiang Chung marveled that there were still more rewards. This investment firm raises my net worth by another level. After all, just having money is useless. One must also know how to invest. Otherwise, no matter how much money you have, you'll just squander it away. The minimum requirement is 10 million. The annual return on investment is at least 10. Under this premise, naturally, the more you invest, the greater the return. Then let's inject 500 million to start the investment firm. After confirming, the system prompted, now starting the investment firm for the host. Please state the investment location, funds, and the investment firm's name. Afterwards, Jiang Chung stated, location, Shanghai, funds, 500 million. Let's call the company Star Investment Firm. At this moment, Jiang Cheng's panel had undergone a world-shaking change compared to the beginning. Name, Jiang Chung. Age, 18. Height, 185. Looks, 92. Level 10. System reserve funds, 786,410 yuan, withdrawable at any time. System reward, 1.5 yuan per second. Upgrade experience, 592 million. After doing all this, he saw that Xiao Yining had finished washing up and came out. Seeing Jiang Chung, she asked, "You're up? Did I wake you?" Hearing this, Jiang Chung replied, No. But at this moment, he suddenly thought, Xiao Mei is a young lady with a looks score higher than 90. Maybe I should try the devouring card I just got. But after thinking about it, he decided against IT and no need to be in such a hurry. I'll figure out the rules and use it next time. For now, I should clear my mind and have some morning exercise. In the blink of an eye, an hour later, the two were preparing to eat breakfast. During the meal, Xiao Yining said, "By the way, Jiang Chung, don't donate to me anymore when I stream in the future." Hearing this, Jiang Chung teased her, "What? You really wanted to go watch Dai Xiaomei?" However, Xiao Yining told him that's not what she meant. For donations, the platform takes a 70 cut. You donated over 2 million to me. It's too wasteful. But then Jiang Chung said, if that's the case, then I'll just transfer it to you directly. As he said that, Xiao Yining spat out a mouthful of water. She looked at Jiang Chung anxiously and said, do you get it or not? You just watch a stream and donate 2.5 million. I feel bad for you spending money so lavishly. At this moment, Wang Yuyin, who was nearby, heard their conversation and was clearly a bit shocked. She thought, so this is what rich people are like. They just watch a stream and donate over 2 million. Isn't Mr. Jiang being too extravagant? In contrast, Jiang Chung saw that Xiao Yining was serious and tried to comfort her that don't think too much about it. It's just some small change. Hearing this, Xiao Yining asked a bit awkwardly, then can I still stream in the future? I just want to know if you mind my identity as a female streamer. If you mind, I'll stop streaming. I'm still in school anyway. As her voice fell, Jiang Chung directly took her hand and said, stream if you want to stream. You're not one of those messy female streamers. I trust you. Okay then, I'll do food and curiosity-themed streams in the future. Let's see if the results are better. Hearing her plan, Jiang Chung said, do what you want to do. I won't interfere in small matters. But if any big streamers dare to bully you in the future, you must tell me, understand? By the way, Manager Wang, is my room fee due soon? Wang Yi nodded and said, yes, Mr. Jiang, it's due tomorrow morning. Hearing this, Jiang Chung directly took out his card and said, booking it for a few days at a time is just troublesome. Manager Wang, please help me extend it for another 2 months. Hearing that he actually wanted to extend for 2 months, Wang Yuyin was completely stunned. She then hurriedly tried to persuade him. Mr. Jiang, didn't you say you were going back to Rongqing after looking at schools here? If you're not going to be living here for a long time, is it really necessary to extend like this? Xiao Yining also said, yeah, Jiang Chung, when you want to stay, I can just help you book it. The room rate here is 80,000 a day, not 80 a day. Looking at the two of them, Jiang Chung smiled and said, Manager Wang, you can't be like this. If I were your boss, I would definitely be unhappy. Hearing this, Wang Yiyin said, Mr. Jiang, although I have no right to question your spending habits, I still feel that if you don't have to live here every day, the 4.8 million room fee for 2 months is a bit of a waste. At this moment, Xiao Yining, who was eating on the side, suddenly had some thoughts. Why is this manager being so considerate towards Jiang Cheng? Even Jiang Cheng was a little surprised. This manager Wang is actually so concerned about me. Thinking of this, he directly checked Wang Yuyin's panel. Name, Wang Yuyin. Age, 24. Height, 165 centimeters. Looks, 90. Figure, 94. Privacy, 0. Friendliness, 80. Intimate state. After reading it, Jiang Cheng instantly exclaimed in his heart, holy crap, this is a beautiful, good woman with 90 looks and 0 privacy. But why is her friendliness toward me already as high as 80? This woman could have originally earned a commission of over 200,000 from the guest booking, but she would rather earn less money to help Jiang Cheng apply for a discount. It turned out that just a moment ago, Wang Yiyin was thinking Mr. Jiang's gaze towards me is a bit strange. Was I too direct just now and exposed myself a little? Even though I know Mr. Jiang already has 2 female confidants. But the more I get to know Mr. Jiang, the more I can't help but want to do more things for him. I've even thought about that day when I was giving him a massage. If Mr. Jiang had made any requests, would I have agreed? In contrast, Jiangxing also understood some things in his heart at this moment that I didn't expect. That while I see Manager Wang as a butler, Manager Wang has other ideas about me. This is quite interesting. However, with Xiao Yining here, it's not convenient to say more now. Thinking of this, Jiang Cheng smiled and said, it's fine, Manager Wang, just go ahead and book it for me. Anyway, my schedule is uncertain. I don't know when I'll leave or when I'll be back. In short, I don't like trouble. Seeing Jiang Cheng's insistence, Wang Yiyin smiled slightly and said, okay, Mr. Jiang, please wait a moment. I'll go handle it for you now. After walking out the door, she ran into her colleague, Cheng Cheng. Yiyin, what's wrong? Why the long face? Is the guest difficult to serve? Hearing this, Wang Yiyin said a bit awkwardly, not at all. The guest is very easy to serve. Then with that expression, we're all so envious of you. Look, my guest is checked out. Starting today, I have no more business. Sigh, I'll probably be at the bottom this month. Hearing Wang Yiyin tell her to keep trying, Cheng Cheng sighed and said, I want to, but where do I find business? Do you really think I can get a big client who books for a whole week like you? No one in our department isn't envious of you. Hearing this, Wang Yiyin blushed a little and comforted her. The first part of the month isn't even over yet. Maybe you'll get a big order tomorrow. Don't be discouraged. Hearing her words, Cheng Cheng smiled and said, I'll take your good wishes. But your guest room fee is due today. You've been busy for a week. You can finally rest. Let's go back to the dorm together and get some good sleep. But Wang Yiyin told her, you go back to the dorm first. I still need to find the general manager because my guest said he wants to extend his stay for another 2 months. I want to see if I can apply for a small discount for him first. The next second, Chengqing's jaw dropped as she exclaimed, what did you say? Your guest is actually extending for 2 months? Your commission will be 240,000. Besides, he has more money than he knows what to do with. Why the hell are you applying for a discount for him? However, Wang Yin thought, he said he's going back in a few days and won't be staying here permanently. I just feel weird if I don't get him a discount. Seeing this, Cheng Cheng directly leaned in and said, Aya, my dear sister, are you exhausted from working for a week? How about I take over serving your guest? Speaking of which, I haven't seen your room. What about the guest? Is he handsome? Does he have a good body? Then, an image of Jiang Cheng appeared in Wang Yuyin's mind. Seeing her blush and not say anything, Cheng Cheng said excitedly, Ooh, you're blushing? Holy crap, Yuyin, it seems he's a handsome and rich treasure. How about this? I'll go serve him, and I'll give you all the commission. How about that? Hearing this, Wang Yiyin hurriedly pulled her and said, All right, stop being ridiculous. He spends millions at a time. He can easily find a bunch of women to serve him. We should just stop overthinking it. But Cheng Cheng thought, a person has to have dreams, right? What if? Hearing her words, Wang Yiyin thought, what she said is true, what if? But I wonder what I look like in Mr. Zhang's eyes. Then this thought flashed by, and she returned to normal. Cheng Cheng, I can't chat with you now. I have to go find the general manager first. The scene changes, and the manager, hearing this news, jumped up from his chair and shouted, "What? Extending for 2 months? You charge his card first. I'll go get the executive president." This kind of client requires President Wang to personally thank him. Time flew by, and 10 minutes later, Jiang Cheng was looking at his phone, wondering what was going on. 0.80000 a day. 2 months room fee is 4.8 million. Why was only 3.8 million deducted from my bank card? Congratulations on using the spending cashback card. The current spending cashback multiplier is 100x. Congratulations on receiving 380 million. But just then, someone suddenly knocked on the door and asked, "Excuse me, is Mr. Jiang in?" After opening the door, he heard Wang Yi introduce, "Mr. Jiang, this is the executive president of our Aminyanjian, President Wang." Then, President Wang respectfully took out a business card and said, "Mr. Jiang, I heard from Butler Wang that you just extended your stay in the Pavilion Villa for 2 months. Thank you for your recognition of us. This is my business card. You can contact me directly for anything. Also, Butler Wang has applied for a stay discount for you. From now on, whenever you come, you will enjoy super VIP client benefits and a comprehensive 20 discount." Hearing this, Jiang Cheng finally understood that it was a discount. He sighed in his heart, "Manager Wang, you really meant well, but caused trouble. Do you know that your good intentions just made me lose 100 million? But she was willing to take less commission to give me a discount." Manager Wang has the qualities of a good woman. Although he lost out, Jiang Cheng was still polite, got a discount of 1 million just like that. President Wang is a straightforward person. "If you don't mind, let's be friends." Seeing this, President Wang hurriedly shook Jiang Cheng's hand, laughing loudly and saying, "We're friends from now on." He even looked at Wang Yuyan with a meaningful expression and said, "Butler Wang, you must serve my friend, Mr. Jiang, well in the future, understand? You must take all of his needs seriously. Then, Brother Jiang, I won't disturb you any longer. I hope you have a pleasant stay." After seeing them off, Xiao Yining jumped into Jiang Cheng's arms and said, "I don't want to go back." However, Jiang Cheng told her, "But I still have things to do. If you like it, you can stay here by yourself." Seeing that Jiang Cheng really had to leave, Xiao Yining said with some disappointment, "Forget it if I'm alone. I originally had plans with my sisters to hang out today. If you were here, I could have canceled, but if you're not, there's no point." At this moment, Jiang Cheng also knew she was a little disappointed, so he comforted her, "I'll find you after I'm done with my work." Time flew by, and an hour later, Jiang Cheng arrived at Yu Xiaoxiao's place. As soon as they met, Yu Xiaoxiao leaned in and said softly, "Thank you, Jiang Cheng." But before she could finish, Zhang Yu suddenly appeared and shouted, "Aha, Yu Xiaoxiao, you bitch. I'm telling you, Yu Xiaoxiao, you'd better marry me obediently. Otherwise, I'll jump into the Huangpu River right in front of you today." Seeing this, Jiang Cheng asked, a little puzzled, "Xiaoxiao, didn't you say you had handled it?" However, Yu Xiaoxiao told him, "Zhang Yu keeps pestering me, coming to my company to cause trouble every few days. I didn't want you to be bothered by this scoundrel, so I didn't tell you." Hearing this, Zhang Yu looked at the two and said, "I'm a scoundrel? Then what are you?" "Two adulterers messing around behind my back." Seeing that he was endless, Yu Xiaoxiao directly pulled Jiang Cheng and said, "Let's go. Let's not pay attention to this kind of person's nonsense." But the next second, Zhang Yu grabbed her and said, "Thinking of leaving? No way. I'm going to expose your affair today. If you dare to leave, I'll jump into the river right now. You know I can't swim. If I die, neither of you can escape responsibility." Seeing this, Jiang Cheng hurriedly grabbed him and shouted, "Stop it. This girl just wanted to quietly do her job as a car model for the day. But today, she encountered a man frantically taking upskirt photos of her. It turned out that just a moment ago, Jiang Cheng grabbed Zhang Yu and said, "So much nonsense. How about I give you a hand?" Then he turned around and called over a few security guards. "Security guards, this buddy is threatening to jump into the Huangpu River. I'll give each of you 5 million. When he goes to jump into the river, the 4 of you will rush up and pretend to pull him back. Look for a chance to let go while you're struggling with him. Overly emotional, he'll accidentally fall into the river himself. Then you guys can pretend to jump in to save him. But you move a little slower and let him drown. How about that?" Hearing this, Zhang Yu immediately exclaimed that this is a society ruled by law. How could one hire a hitman to kill someone in public? The security guards also asked with confused looks, "Sir, you must be joking, right?" But in the next second, Jiang Cheng said seriously, "You don't believe me? I can pay first. Don't worry. If you get into trouble, I'll find the best lawyers to clear your names. Even if someone goes to jail, I'll give that person's family an extra 5 million. Seeing that Jiang Cheng wasn't joking, the men's eyes widened in an instant. "Should we do it?" They said that we only make 4,500 a month. We'll never earn 5 million in our lifetime. If we go to jail, we can get 10 million. It's worth it. At this moment, Zhang Yu was completely terrified. He looked at the security guards and said with a tremor, "What are you doing? Trying to murder for money in broad daylight? You have to pay for murder with your life, don't you know?" But Jiang Cheng just said, "Hurry up and jump into the river. The sooner you jump, the sooner we can wrap this up. You can only hop around for a little while longer. Soon, you'll be soaking in a Huangpu River, stinking and rotting, unable to speak ever again." However, Zhang Yu forced himself to remain calm and said, "You think I'm afraid of this kind of threat? I bet you don't dare. You don't even dare to hit me." But at this moment, Jiang Cheng had already started transferring money to the security guards. As he transferred, he said, "You're hesitating over a 5 million yuan job? Then you don't need to think about a 100,000 yuan job, right? I'll give each of you 100,000. Beat him to a pulp for me." As soon as he finished scanning, one of them shouted, "It's real, brothers. This boss isn't lying. The 100,000 has arrived." With that, he launched a big flying kick. In an instant, they had Zhang Yu surrounded and began to circle kick him. Seeing this, Yu Xiaoxiao put her arm around Jiang Cheng and said, "Let go. There's no need to bother with this kind of person." 5 minutes passed in a flash. A security guard said to Jiang Cheng, "Don't worry, boss. We'll take care of the rest for you. Properly. We definitely won't cause you any trouble. If you have this kind of work in the future, you can call us again." After praising them with a "well done," Jiang Cheng left with Yu Xiaoxiao. As they walked, Jiang Cheng said to her, "Xiao, you have to tell me if anything happens in the future. Don't hide it from me, or we'll have another situation like today. Also, don't worry about Zhang Yu's matter anymore. I'll find a way to handle it." But just as Yu Xiaoxiao happily said, "I know," the system suddenly sent a notification. Abnormal emotional fluctuations detected in the host. To help the host eliminate troubles, the host is rewarded with a private security company. The private security company can solve various daily troubles for the host. Simply contact the security personnel for private handling. The security personnel are absolutely professional. Relevant personnel information has been stored and can be viewed by the host on the relevant interface. In addition, the contact information of the relevant personnel has also been automatically added to the host phone. All communication between the host and them is encrypted. Seeing this, Jiang Cheng thought to himself, "System, you really get me. With these professionals to fix him, dealing with Zhang Yu won't be as troublesome as it was today." Then he said happily, "Xiao, didn't you ask me to look at company locations? Let's go." Hearing this, Yu Xiaoxiao was a bit surprised and said, "Are we going today? I thought you wouldn't be in the mood after what happened." But Jiang Cheng said, "How could I let a piece of trash affect important business?" The scene changed, and the two arrived at the World Financial Center. Looking at the office, Jiang Cheng said, "This place is nice. It's good enough for our first company. The decor is fashionable and grand, suitable for an entertainment company. With a few small layout changes, we can move right in. Let's take this place." Then he looked at Yu Xiaoxiao and asked, "Xiao, aren't you going to come over and have a seat?" But as soon as he finished speaking, Yu Xiaoxiao walked to the door and locked it from the inside. Then she knelt down in front of Jiang Cheng. Seeing this, Jiang Cheng asked with some excitement, "Xiao, what do you mean by this? I just said to have a seat." But Yu Xiaoxiao opened her mouth wide, her face bright red, and said, "You're awful. If you make fun of me, I'll ignore you." As she spoke, she sat directly on Jiang Cheng's lap and activated flight mode. In a blink of an eye, Jiang Cheng was back at Aminyanjian. Upon arrival, Wang Yuyin greeted him with a smile. "Welcome home, Mr. Jiang. Would you like to dine first or bathe first?" At this moment, she was thinking later, when I'm bathing and massaging Mr. Jiang, should I? But to her surprise, Jiang Cheng told her, "No bath for now. Let's eat first." Hearing this, Wang Yuyin was instantly a little disappointed, because she was thinking, I was prepared to use the new moves I learned online to provide a service 100 times better than last time. And just as Wang Yuyin prepared the meal and said, "Mr. Jiang, please enjoy your meal," Jiang Cheng looked at her and thought, "Manager Wang, oh, Manager Wang, your timing for being proactive today is off." Next time, in a flash, it was the next day at the car show. Seeing Jiang Cheng, Wang Zheng came up to him and said, young Master Jiang, I thought you'd be too busy to come. Hearing this, Jiang Chung laughed heartily and said, Brother Wang's kind invitation. I have to give you face no matter what. Just then, the manager walked over and said, young Master Wang, young Master Chung, Mr. Jiang, you've all come to see the cars today. Seeing the manager, Wang Zheng praised, you guys at Ferrari are amazing. How did you manage to invite a goddess of this caliber? This height, this figure, and this face are just too exaggerated. She's at a celebrity level. However, Jiang Chung recognized the car model as Zhou Ying. But why does she look unhappy? He thought. Just then, Zhou Ying couldn't help but turn around and say, Sir, please don't take pictures like that. But the man taking pictures snorted coldly and said, just a car model. What are you pretending for? If you don't want people to take pictures, don't dress like this. Since you're dressed like this, I'll take pictures however I want. What are you going to do about it? But before he could finish, Jiang Chung had already walked over and kicked the phone out of his hand. Here it comes, here it comes. Jiang Chung flies into a rage for a beauty at the car show. With one uppercut, he completely disables the photo-taking man. It turned out that just a moment ago, the photo-taking man looked at his phone and cursed, my photos. Damn it, I squatted here for days for this. Don't you watch where you're going? But Jiang Chung stepped on it and said, my foot just slipped. The phone's broken. I'll compensate you. Seeing this, the photo-taking man cursed, damn it, and raised his fist to swing at Jiang Chung. However, Jiang Chung easily dodged it with a simple turn of his body. Then he said with a smile, you threw the first punch. Logically, what comes next should be legitimate self-defense. In the next second, Jiang Chung threw a punch at the photo-taking man's chin. In an instant, he completely disabled him, leaving him kneeling on the ground and screaming in pain. Then, Jiang Chung called out to Manager Huang, what are you standing there for? Call the police. Remember to save the surveillance footage and hand it over to the police complete and intact. Hearing this, Manager Huang hurriedly said, yes, Mr. Jiang. I'm so sorry for the unpleasantness. This has never happened here before. It was our negligence just now. Quick, call security first, then call the police. After it was over, Wang Zheng and the other man walked up and said, young Master Jiang, your skills are impressive. That punch just now was cool. Hearing this, Jiang Chung smiled and said, you flatter me. But this has somewhat soured my impression of Shanghai. How can there be such perverts? But Chen Hao looked a bit awkward and said, we can't be compared to that. We're decent people. We don't have that kind of fetish. Just then, Zhou Ying also walked up and asked, Jiang Chung, are you okay? I didn't expect you to step in to help me. Anyway, thank you. However, Jiang Chung smiled faintly and said, what could happen to me? The most important thing is that you're okay. Hearing their conversation, Wang Zheng laughed heartily and said, so you're old acquaintances with the young lady. No wonder young Master Jiang flew into a rage. It was for beauty's sake. Then Jiang Chung introduced them. This is my high school classmate, Zhou Ying. These are my brothers and friends, Wang Zheng and Chen Hao. After they greeted each other, Zhou Ying asked Jiang Chung, are you here to look at cars again today? Hearing this, Jiang Chung said, it's the last day, just looking around. I might pick a car for my old man. Hearing his words, Zhou Ying hurriedly asked, then when are you going back to Rongqing? I haven't even treated you to a meal yet. But Jiang Chung said, it's not scheduled yet, but probably soon. Chen Hao is treating tonight. Do you have other plans after work? Why don't you join us? That works. I'll find you after I get off work. So, Jiang Chung and Wang Zheng's group browsed a bit more while waiting for Zhou Ying. A moment later, Chen Hao pointed at a car and asked, young Master Jiang, have you taken a liking to this four-door supercar? Seeing this, Manager Huang hurriedly came over to introduce it. This car has the feel of a sedan, but the configuration of a supercar. 3.0T inline 6-cylinder engine, 48-volt mild hybrid system. It's more beautiful than its competitors in the same class or price range. This top-of-the-line model is priced at $2.2 million, and we will also give you. But before Manager Huang could finish, Jiang Chung interrupted him. The freebies aren't important. I only care if you deliver and if you can help me get it to Rongqing. Hearing this sentence, Manager Huang was instantly delighted and said, Boss, we offer nationwide delivery, and we also assist with local registration. You can rest assured. As soon as he finished speaking, Jiang Chung had already taken out his card and said, swipe the card. After the car arrives in Rongqing, help me prepare a handover ceremony. I want to give my dad a surprise. Hearing this, Manager Huang nodded frantically and said, no problem, leave it to me. I guarantee it will be done beautifully and give your esteemed father a full sense of ceremony. Looking at the car, Jiang Chung muttered, my mom probably won't say anything about this car, right? After all, it's so low-key. But Chunhao was a bit speechless and said, a four-door supercar, and you call this low-key, bro? At this moment, Wang Zheng, who was standing aside, thought to himself, Jiang Cheng has been in Shanghai for just over a week and has already bought 4 cars. And they're all Ferraris and the like, worth half a small fortune. This isn't just extravagantly rich, it's excessively extravagantly rich. Meanwhile, Chun Hao patted Jiang Cheng's shoulder and said, Bro, when I got my first supercar, I had to beg my dad for a long time before he bought it for me. But you, young Master Jiang, are buying a supercar for your dad in full. I admit I'm so jealous. It's really been an eye-opener. After Jiang Cheng paid and all the procedures were completed, it was time for Zhou to get off work. Seeing her change in her own clothes, Jiang Cheng walked over and said, Zhou, let's go. But in his heart, Jiang Cheng was sighing, Zhou truly deserves to be our school's recognized campus belle. After getting in the car, Jiang Cheng asked her, after the summer break ends, you should be going back to school, right? Hearing this, Zhou nodded and said, You probably know about my family's bankruptcy. I've been earning some living expenses here during this time. Are you surprised? I know many people at school gossip about me behind my back, but I never had any particularly close friends anyway, so let them say whatever they want. Earning money with my own 2 hands now feels more real than before. Hearing her words, Jiang Cheng comforted her. A beautiful girl with your qualities won't have to worry about not being able to earn money. Zhou smiled and said, Everyone says that, but no one specifies where exactly the money is supposed to come from. Hearing this, Jiang Cheng burst out laughing that I originally thought you were a cold and aloof campus belle, but I didn't expect you to be so down-to-earth. However, Zhou said, What campus belle? I've never thought of myself as one. Oh, you've helped me twice already. I should have been the one to treat you to a nice meal, but now it's turned into me freeloading off you again. In a flash, the group had arrived at Chun Hao's farmhouse restaurant. Seeing the 2 of them arrive, Chun Hao hurriedly came up and said, Young Master Jiang and your beautiful classmate, come, sit over here. But just then, a man with yellow hair also walked in. Seeing him, Wang Zheng cursed under his breath. Damn it, why is he here? No one should have invited him to this gathering. Seeing Jiang Cheng's confused look, Chun Hao told him, that blockhead is named Wang Chong. He has some beef with Brother Wang. We usually don't hang out with him. I don't know which idiot invited him. However, Wang Zheng told Chun Hao it's fine. This isn't his turf. Since he's here, as the host, you just have to entertain him well. Then, Chun Hao went up to greet him, Brother Xiao Chong. Long time no see, long time no see. Sit here. Hearing this, Ewing thought to herself, Chun Hao and I are so used to teasingly calling him that when we talk about him, he can't change his habit. That Wang Chong likes to be called Brother Wang and hates it when people call him Xiao Chong. Seeing Wang Chong getting a little angry, the red-haired man hurriedly came over and said, Brother Wang, we're here to make friends and get things done. Calm down, calm down. When he got to the table, he even said with a smile, Brother Chun, this pork and sauerkraut stew of yours is awesome. Let's have some drinks, brothers. In a flash, the dinner had been going on for half an hour. Just then, Wang Chong raised his glass and said, I recently got another inside stock tip, the kind that's a guaranteed win. Hearing this, one person leaned in and said, Brother Wang, I heard you made over 10 million from stock trading recently. So it's true. Please take me with you. But Wang Chong said with a smug look, I'm here today to share with you all. We're making friends, right? Everyone, keep your eyes open and don't make any fair-weather friends. You need connections to get ahead in life. Hearing his words, Wang Zheng knew this guy was taking a jab at him and Chun Hao. In the next second, Chun Hao stood up with a smile and said, Brother Xiao Chong, since you're doing so well, how about you repay the 2 million you borrowed from me the year before last to pay off your debts? I don't want interest, just the principal. Is that okay? But Wang Chong directly yelled at Chun Hao, What the hell have you been calling me over and over again? With that, Chun Hao's hand slammed on the table with a bang. You, surname Wang, I'm giving you face by calling you Brother Xiao Chong, and you really think you're someone special? Seeing him angry, Jiang Cheng patted him and said, All right, Brother Chun, you brought me out to have fun today. Don't let these unpleasant things ruin your mood. But at this moment, Wang Chong directly threw his wine glass over, cursing, Where did this country bumpkin come from? Is it your turn to speak here? But he threw it a little off, and an entire glass of wine spilled all over Zhou. This really and truly infuriated Jiang Cheng. After helping Zhou up, he looked at Wang Chong with a cold expression. Here it comes, here it comes. Jiang Cheng is about to lay hands on Wang Chong with a huge slap. And he's even going to use the security system to take down his family's company in one day. It turned out that just a moment ago, Wang Zheng had stood up and shouted, "Wang Chong, what's your problem?" Chen Hao also asked with a furious expression, "Did you come here to go crazy on us?" At this moment, the red-haired man saw their stance and exclaimed in his heart, "Damn, Wang Zheng and Chen Hao's attitude has changed. They're defending the guy surnamed Jiang. It seems this Jiang guy is no ordinary person. I need to switch sides." Thinking of this, he hurriedly said, "Wang Chong, I came to Chen Hao's party. Don't you dare cause trouble." Seeing them all ganging up on him, Wang Chong slammed the table with a bang and said, "What? He's just a country bumpkin from Rongqing. You're all putting him on a pedestal, but I'm not going to tolerate him." In contrast, Jiang Cheng was already walking towards Wang Chong. "You dirted my classmate's clothes. I want you to apologize to her." Seeing him about to stand up for her, Zhou Ying hurriedly said, "Jiang Cheng, I'm fine. You don't have to." But Jiang Cheng looked at Wang Chong coldly and said, "Didn't you hear me? I told you to apologize." Seeing this, Wang Chong sneered and said, "A country bumpkin putting on airs. Apologize for what? I spilled it, so what are you going to do about it?" In the next second, with a smack, Jiang Cheng sent a huge slap across his face. Not satisfied, he followed up with a backhand slap. He thought, "Calling me a country bumpkin over and over again, you really think I'm made of clay?" These two slaps completely stunned Wang Chong. He held his face in disbelief and said, "You dare hit me?" But Jiang Cheng just shook his hand and said, "With a brain like yours, I suggest you make an appointment with a neurologist. If you don't have the money, I can pay for it." Hearing this, Wang Chong instantly exploded. He shouted, "Damn it, you're looking for death," and grabbed a nearby stool to smash at Jiang Cheng. And just as Chen Hao shouted, "Brother Jiang, be careful," Jiang Cheng delivered a sweeping kick right to Wang Chong's face. Then he looked at him coldly and asked, "Who did you say was looking for death?" At this time, Wang Zheng walked over, looked at the fallen Wang Chong, and said, "This is your fault today. It's because of your own foul mouth. I'll give you a chance now. Get lost." As he left, Wang Chong didn't forget to leave a threat. "Country bumpkin, just you wait. I won't let you go." Seeing him leave, Jiang Cheng asked Wang Zheng, "What's that blockhead's background?" Hearing this, Wang Zheng said his family is in the food industry with 2 listed companies. They've captured a large market share in the last 2 years, so he's arrogant. However, at this moment, Jiang Cheng let out a cold laugh. "Is that so? Then I'd like to see just how much power his family has." Just then, Zhou Ying hurriedly walked up and said, "Jiang Cheng, I've caused you trouble again. Are you okay?" Although he said it was nothing, Jiang Cheng knew that this had ruined Zhou Ying's appetite, so it was better to send her home early. Thinking of this, he said his goodbyes. "Brother Wang, Brother Chen, we've had enough to drink. We'll be leaving now." Hearing this, Chen Hao and the other man said, "We're so sorry, young Master Jiang. We didn't expect such a disgusting thing to happen." "What are you talking about? It's a small matter. We're brothers. Let's not say such empty pleasantries. See you next time." After coming out, Jiang Cheng directly took out his car keys and handed them to Zhou Ying. "That if I remember correctly, you know how to drive this car, right?" After taking them, Zhou Ying said with a smile, "Of course. I've driven supercars before." Hearing this, Jiang Cheng smiled and said, "That's right. After all, you used to be the famous young heiress of our Rongqing." "Oh, stop teasing me. Don't worry. I'll get you to your destination safely. It's been a while since I've driven a supercar. It's a pity we're in the city, otherwise I'd really want to drive faster." Watching Zhou Ying drive, Jiang Cheng said, "I couldn't tell you like cars. I've never raced before. My family was strict back then, so I didn't have the chance. Now I don't have the means." Hearing Zhou Ying's lament, Jiang Cheng smiled faintly and said, "That's simple. I'll take you with me next time there's a chance." A short while later, Zhou Ying had dropped Jiang Cheng off. After getting out of the car, she held Jiang Cheng's hand, her face slightly red, and said, "Jiang Cheng, you've helped me time and time again. I'll remember it all. It's getting late. You should go in and rest. I'll be going now." Seeing her flustered appearance, Jiang Cheng thought, "This girl, she suddenly ran off so fast. Could she be shy? Never mind. I won't think about that for now. I have business to attend to. The system sent me a security team earlier. It's a good time to see if they're any good. After all, I'll be making a name for myself in Shanghai in the future. Since Wang Chong has given me the opportunity, I'll use it to establish my authority." In a flash, it was the next day. Chen Hao was looking at his phone and exclaimed, "Damn, the issue with the source of Wang Chong's family's products involving food safety is trending." Then he hurriedly called Wang Zheng and said, "Brother Wang, did you see the trending topic? Wang Chong's family's stinky feet pickled cabbage and saliva pickled bamboo shoots have all been exposed. Hearing this, Wang Zheng said he was looking at it right now, that it's not just what you mentioned. The issue of their noodle raw materials being smelly and expired has also been dug up. It's said that major suppliers are pulling their products from the shelves. The relevant authorities also began to intervene this morning. Now, the reputation of Wang's Foods has completely collapsed, and the losses they face are immeasurable. But in the next second, the two suddenly exclaimed in unison, "Wait, do you remember something Jiang Cheng said yesterday?" At this moment, they remembered what Jiang Cheng had said at the time. "Then I'd like to see just how much power his family has. I never expected Brother Zhang's influence to be this great. This time, even if the Wang family doesn't fall, they'll at least lose a layer of skin." Chen Hao also said, "Brother Jiang is a very extraordinary person. The first time I met him, I knew he was definitely not an ordinary person." At the same time, the head of the Wang family was at home, anxiously making phone calls. "Give me some time to deal with it. This thing just happened. I haven't had time to handle it yet. Why are you all in such a hurry? I already said to give me some time." Seeing the other party hang up directly, he looked at his phone and cursed. "Damn it, who the hell is messing with me?" Just then, Wang Chang walked out and asked, "Dad, what happened?" Seeing his bruised and swollen face, old Wang hurriedly asked, "What happened to your face again? Where did you go and cause trouble for me again?" Hearing this, Wang Chang scratched his head and said, "I got beaten up by a country bumpkin from out of town yesterday. That guy was very arrogant. I was just thinking about how to get back at him." But as soon as he finished speaking, old Wang sent a huge slap across his face. "All you know day and night is get back at him. Are you in a mafia?" But in the next second, he suddenly thought of something and exclaimed, "Wait, what happened last night? Who did you offend? It couldn't be him who's messing with our Wang's company, could it? Tell me everything that happened yesterday from beginning to end." At this moment, he thought, "I've worked hard for 30 years and finally captured 70 of the market share. In one night, it has shrunk by 40. I need to quickly find out the identity and background of the person who is messing with Wang's enterprise." This man had originally thought of going out to relax and alleviate his gloomy mood, but he never would have expected that because he had offended Jiang Cheng, all his cards had been frozen. It turned out that just a moment ago, Wang Chang was telling his dad, Wang Wei, about how he got beaten up. That's what happened. But how could he move against our family so quickly? After hearing his words, Wang Wei cursed angrily. "You idiot. I'm telling you, get your ass out there right now and get this matter settled for me. No matter who the other party is, go and beg him. Otherwise, your mother and I will get a divorce, and you'll go with your mother." But Wang Chang hurriedly refused, saying, "No, I can't do it. Last night, I just threatened that I wouldn't let him go. Today, I have to go and lick his boots. It's too humiliating. A divorce is a divorce. I'm not going." Seeing him like this, his mother, Lin Lian, hurriedly grabbed him and shouted, "What are you saying?" She then pointed at Wang Wei and scolded, "Oh Wang, you too, are you crazy? Can't this little matter be resolved by spending a little money?" Hearing the words "a little money," Wang Wei was almost speechless. He said furiously, "This is the first time I've realized how stupid you are. I'm telling you, if you had divorced me yesterday, you could have gotten 500 million. If you divorce me today, you'll get 100 million at most. If this matter isn't settled, we're getting a divorce. I've really had enough of you two." Seeing that Wang Wei was serious, Wang Chang trembled and said, "Mom, what should we do? It can't really be him, can it? I don't even know him well." At this moment, Lin Lian walked over and said, "It looks like it's him. Why don't you go and beg for his forgiveness? If your dad really divorces me, you'll be ruined. How is the little money I have enough for the two of us to live on in the future? And you haven't even gotten married yet." Meanwhile, on Jiang Cheng's side, someone was reporting over the phone, "Boss, using the Wang family's raw material issues, we have completely disrupted their company's daily operations. Once our entire plan is fully implemented, the Wang family's total property loss of 500 million will be around 400 million. Hearing this, Jiang Cheng praised, "Very good. Just proceed steadily." After hanging up the phone, Wang Yin walked in and asked, "Mr. Jiang, is the vegetable and lean pork congee okay? If you don't like it, I'll arrange for something else." Seeing her, Jiang Cheng said with a smile, "The arrangement is very good. A vegetable congee is just right. By the way, did you help me change into these pajamas?" Hearing Jiang Cheng's words, Wang Yin remembered what happened last night. At that time, she saw Jiang Cheng bring back another beautiful woman she had never seen before. At this moment, she thought, "Wang Yin, you really need to hurry up and work harder." After helping Jiang Cheng back to his room, she also brought a bowl of soup and said, "Mr. Jiang, have some hangover soup." But at that time, Jiang Cheng was already dead asleep. Knowing that sleeping on the sofa wouldn't be comfortable, Wang Yiyin helped Jiang Cheng back to the room. Looking at Jiang Cheng, Wang Yiyin thought, these clothes reek of alcohol. I should help Mr. Jiang change out of them. Then, she also took the opportunity to practice the key points she had learned from movies. Thinking of this, Wang Yiyin's face turned slightly red as she said, "Yes, Mr. Jiang. I help you change your clothes. I didn't do anything else." Hearing this, Jiang Cheng hugged her and said, "So that's how it is. But I seem to have had a dream with Manager Wang in it. In the dream, it seemed like there was something between us. But what a pity, it was just a dream." Seeing that Jiang Cheng's words were already so obvious, Wang Yuyin's face instantly turned red. Then she said, "Mr. Jiang, you must not be feeling well after drinking so much last night. I recently learned a new set of massage and 2A na techniques. Why don't you give it a try?" Hearing this, Jiang Cheng hurriedly followed up, "Then I'll have to trouble you, Manager Wang." A moment later, Jiang Cheng looked at Wang Yuyin, who was concentrating on the massage, but felt a little disappointed in his heart. He thought, isn't this kind of massage a bit too proper? But when he saw Wang Yuyin from behind, he suddenly exclaimed in his heart, "Damn, a thong. I didn't expect Manager Wang to trust me so much that she's not even wearing safety shorts. Little brother, calm down quickly." After a few deep breaths, Jiang Cheng sighed with relief. "Thankfully, my willpower is strong enough. I'll calm down." Just then, Wang Yin turned her head and asked, "Mr. Jiang, how does it feel?" Hearing this, Jiang Cheng said, "Very good, full marks." Manager Wang is so professional. But in the next second, Wang Yin turned around and said, "Mr. Jiang, then I'm going to change positions." Then she sat directly on Jiang Cheng's body. But after sitting down, Wang Yuyin's face instantly turned red. At this moment, Jiang Cheng looked at her and said, "Manager Wang, this now feels a bit like that dream I had last night." Then, Wang Yiyin began to give Jiang Cheng a deep massage. Meanwhile, on the other side, Wang Cheng was at the hotel front desk saying, "One premium room." At this moment, he was thinking, staying at home is suffocating. Who would go and apologize to that country bumpkin? I can only catch my breath here. But when the front desk staff inserted his card, it showed that the credit limit was exceeded. Seeing this, she hurriedly said to Wang Cheng, "I'm sorry, sir, this card can't be processed." Hearing this, Wang Cheng took out another card and said, "Is your machine broken? Try swiping this one." However, the result was still, "Sorry, your card has insufficient credit. Do you have any other cards?" At this moment, Wang Cheng thought, "I just bought that sports car the day before yesterday. Now I don't have a single penny on me. I can only use my credit card and my dad's supplementary card. I didn't expect that both of these cards can't be used now. It must be that old man messing with me." Thinking of this, Wang Cheng looked at the woman next to him and said, "Baby, you pay for the room first. I'll transfer the money to you later." But in the next second, the woman slapped his hand away with a smack and said, "In your dreams. Get your dirty hands off me. No money, yet you still pretend to be a big shot and try to drive luxury cars like others. Wasting my time. What a loser." With that, she turned and left, leaving only Wang Cheng standing there in embarrassment.